Welcome to the show.
Sunday
friends.
Slammer.
Yes.
Sunday night Slammer.
Late night hitter.
Take a nap.
Kris Cabe.
What up?
Welcome to the show.
What
What
up?
up, boys?
That it?
Hey, we heard your truck coming from down the
Yeah.
I'm so happy that you said that just now. That makes me.
Alarms
Like, I
going
can
off.
fucking die
That
right
makes
now.
me beyond. I should have just put it in neutral and just revved that shit up on the way in.
I still
You
remember
didn't
that.
have to.
I'm here.
Yeah, we heard you.
I still remember the meme you put up like 2 days after you got it when people were like the OJ,
Dude,
OJ joke.
I still get all the OJ jokes. Thank God I didn't get a white one.
Yeah,
It's so
dude.
bad. The tailpipe fell off, so it's even louder now.
Oh, I
the
love
desert
it.
in the dessert. So
And the
it just
dessert.
well, I heard something going down the road, and I was like, "What?" In the like one more thing because everything's wrong with it. And I pulled over, and that bitch was just like hanging off. So yeah, I had to.
So is a tailpipe somewhere in the desert?
It's in the back seat.
Oh, there you go.
Got to keep spare parts, man. What are you talking about?
Right where God intended, in the
Exactly.
back seats.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Well, dude, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
So,
Thanks for
are
having me.
you Orange County? Is that
No, I'm San Diego.
San Diego? Okay,
Mhm.
nice.
San Diego,
San
as they say.
Diego. Anyone gonna take that joke and run with it? No, nothing. Whale's vagina.
So it took
nothing?
you
That's
about-
the low hanging fruit.
That's
Spencer.
so
Come
low.
on.
I know.
You can do
Even
better than
I,
that.
as a
Mhm.
poor common
Mhm.
folk person, didn't take
Yep.
So you're $100 in the hole driving up here.
it.
Yeah, pretty much 150 actually.
$5.
Actually,
I
it
mean-
took 25 to get up here. That's not too bad.
You
Well-
coast on the way down.
That yeah, pretty much.
Well, we give you $1 million to come on.
Yeah, that's why I came on. I wouldn't have come on any other reason, you know. So
She's at the point where
And
it's
a case
paid
of beer,
gigs.
too,
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna say
so,
it was
yeah.
$25. Just drink your $25
exactly.
here, and we're even.
just crush it and then leave.
So again, thanks for coming out. I followed you for a little bit now. I love all your content, a lot of outdoor
Thank
shit.
you.
But something I do have to address right off
Oh
the bat:
Jesus.
the Southern twang.
Oh God.
Yes.
Everybody says I have a Southern accent.
There's a reason why everybody says
I've
it.
lost a lot of it since I moved out
I'm
here.
sure,
I've been out
I'm
here
sure.
for like 4 years now,
Okay.
and I had to tone it down because the aircraft would like make fun
Because
of
of
me
Trump,
and
is
stuff.
that why?
Yeah, it's 'cause everything is because of Trump. Haven't you heard? Come on, jeez, what is this, amateur
Stick
hour?
with the program.
Amateur hour.
All right. So where is the Southern twang coming from?
North Carolina.
North
Oh.
Carolina.
Born
Camp
and bred.
Lejeune. Take your shirt
Raised-
off. Touch your head around like
raised
helicopter.
up,
There you go.
raised
There you
up,
go.
boys.
Were you there when that song broke? Airwaves?
No, but as soon as I got to North Island where I'm stationed at, like everybody would just sing that all the time. And at first I was like, this is creepy. And then I like listened to the song and I was like, oh, I get it now. But
Yeah.
I had this one first class who would just like walk around singing that every time I was in the room. I was like, can you maybe not do that? That'd be cool, man. That'd be cool. I got it the first like 17 times. So.
yeah.
They call me like Country Cabe at work because my last name is Cabe, like Camping Cabe. They call me all these nicknames like from like Southern crap, you know. But I love North Carolina. It's funny because I left. I'm obviously in California, but I
Real
swear,
bad move on your part.
I know, right? Actually, it's a good duty station though. It's
Yeah,
such
North
a good,
Island's
yeah.
good.
I mean, it was my first duty station and my only duty station. So
I was
got
32nd Street, but I'd go to the gym in North Island because it was the best.
yeah. It's closed now.
Oh, shit. Sorry, COVID.
Because it's super unhealthy to work out. Apparently.
Everybody knows
Yeah.
isolation,
Thanks, Trump.
static activity. That is health.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
terrible.
Vaccines.
Yeah. But I was probably like, if you ask anybody in my town, I would have been the least likely to leave because I loved it so much. I wasn't one of those small town kids who was like, I can't wait to get out of here. I loved it and I learned a lot. But
You weren't from like the movies, like that small town girl. You're like, I got big
no.
dreams.
when I decided to leave, when I decided to join the Navy, people were like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
They were.
why the
It came out
fuck?
of nowhere. It
Mm-hmm.
came out of nowhere. But yeah, North Carolina is where the twang is from. Even though I try to hide it sometimes.
That's very interesting because I would get the fuck out of here in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
But why are you fucking with the mics over there, bruh?
Well, because as soon as the show starts, it's like, hey, I'm Spencer Kirksey. over
No, stop fucking with it.
here. Like I turn your gain up. The old
I would
Andrew
gainer.
trick.
I would get out of here in a heartbeat,
Mhm.
but wife's family is here. And I mean, I only have my dad now, so it's
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually would love to get out to like Tennessee. Do you ever?
Oh
ever-
man,
yeah?
Tennessee's where it's at because
Yeah.
you've got like the good. Like, you've got the mountains and then you've got like the new city going on, but also the old city. I love Knoxville.
So that's funny you say that because the two places I was looking were pretty much like in between Knoxville and like Smoky Mountains and there's another one.
See, I grew up in the Smoky Mountains.
Oh really?
Yep.
Fuck,
Yep.
dude.
Oh, what's
Hour
that
west of
race?
Asheville.
What's that race?
What are you talking about, Willis?
Smoky Mountain race. It's like
Yeah, the running.
come
one?
on, yeah, you're right there. You're right there.
Okay. Yeah, like it's in the park.
Yeah.
And I tried to register for that, and they were like, "You have to pay us to run." I was like, "Fuck that!" I'm not
Yeah.
doing that. No,
I
but
went for free.
it's a big thing.
Yes.
And it's beautiful. God, the Parkway, the Blue Ridge Parkway is beautiful. But
Look at you. You're ready to go back.
I'm going back in November.
Wow, that's
Yeah, I get
if
out
we
in
make
November.
it there.
True. I
Like
get
for
out.
good?
I get out, and then of the Navy.
Congratulations.
And thank you so
There you
much.
go. We got a
I
flag for you.
appreciate
Navy
it.
flag.
Oh yeah.
To your
Where-
right, there you
where- Oh, there she is, boy.
There she is. Yeah, a lot
Lots
going
of-
on.
Yeah,
a lot going on
lots.
behind you.
Big
I
studio.
like your weed eater. That's a
Yeah,
That's a neat
thanks.
weed eater.
Appreciate that.
who did that? Who was like, okay, we're gonna call this thing a weed eater?
Yeah,
What
I've
is he?
always wondered that. Anyways, Knoxville.
Knoxville. No, I love California. I was born and raised here, but
Topanga Canyon.
for the love of God, which is on fire right now. But
And there's a lot of good people moving in there, huh?
yeah, tons of great people. But
Oh, we're just gonna.
what the great thing about California is that you can be in snow, sand, mud, dirt,
Yes.
ocean, whatever, like everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really unfortunate, like the politically wise, like it's just going down the drain right now.
Yeah,
And I just don't think it's going to get back.
I don't. And there's like a mass exodus of people right now.
yeah.
I mean, like
It's like the first time in 10 years it's been more out than in.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
Yep.
it's wild.
First time
Yeah.
in like since like the 60s or something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
something absurd. But yeah, and then you talk to people who are what's interesting is that homes are going up for sale like this,
Yeah.
but they're also getting bought up like that as
Mhm.
well. So I don't know if the numbers are skewed or anything, but I'll talk to people who are like hardcore Democrats who think it's all bullshit, or it's like people are leaving but people are coming in, but like that's not the point. Like people have been here for a long time,
Yeah, and
are
they're
getting the fuck out
yeah.
because of a reason. Because
well, I mean, my buddy's
they're
over at
it.
Mountain Hatch. Like, you guys have?
I know
you guys-
him.
Okay, yeah. So Fred and Greg, their families are awesome. They're super awesome people, and they had their business here, and they're from here, and they're moving it to Texas. They're already there actually. And that just kind of speaks to, because they had everything here and they were like, no, we're getting out.
Yeah.
And then they were thinking about Idaho, but apparently Idaho's inflation right now is just insane.
Because of
Yeah.
California.
Californians.
Yeah.
We're
Mhm.
ruining
Yes.
everything.
Woo! I'm actually thinking about, so I'm going to go back to North Carolina for a year after I get out. I got a job lined up over there.
Air traffic control.
No,
Oh,
wildland fire.
there you go.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go to Montana to finish out school. So I'm going to go to the Missoula area because Bozeman's insane right now.
Bozeman's like California now.
Yeah, I was looking at
Missoula.
property and it was so bad.
The brewery thing.
The beer, like the
Oh,
beer.
A long time ago, we had our friend Bad Dad Beer Review on, and I came up with a list of like some of like the best breweries like per capita, and randomly Missoula was on.
Oh, that's
like,
awesome.
I think they were like
Yeah.
top 10 or something like
I
that.
think I actually Googled like breweries in Missoula just because I need to live somewhere with
Places to
kids.
live
because
and
I'm
breweries.
lonely.
Yeah, exactly. I just sit in bed, breweries in Missoula. And
Where
there,
could I meet friends?
yeah, there was one that came up. What was the one called? Do you remember the name of the one that you?
Oh, I
It
don't
was like a
remember that.
general.
It was like one of those tables where it's like this is how many breweries there are like
Yeah.
in this city
Yeah.
per capita, and then like
Price.
and the price was like a big one because we were losing our shit because it took like 32 different people or different cities before California
Oh,
was
man,
mentioned.
that's
We were like
discouraging.
losing
Well,
our
people
shit.
here, it's funny because I'm from like the Asheville area, and Asheville has some really good breweries.
I heard that's like a hidden gem.
It is. I mean, it's getting like super liberal, which is like there's still parts of it because it used to be really rural. I have a hard time with that word.
Me too.
Rural.
Worldwide.
I have a
can say
hard
that.
time saying masks.
Masks.
That's why I don't wear them. Like I can't say it.
Yeah. So I came from that, and I was used to like super good breweries, and when I moved out here, they're good, but like it's not like it's like a culture out there. You know, people are just starting breweries, and they're really passionate about it. But here, it's more just. I think it's an afterthought in like San Diego at least, but there's some good ones.
There's
can't
some
speak.
really good
yeah.
ones down here.
Yeah, I have like social problems now, so I don't really go. I like order my groceries online. I
That's the way to
don't.
go.
Did like
I
COVID
can't.
really fuck you up or something?
Night shift, man. I'm a
Oh.
vampire.
Yeah.
I'm a zombie vampire
really.
werewolf.
Well, can we talk about that? Can we crack some beers?
Oh
A
yeah.
little boozing with the boys
Is
action
that a
here.
question?
Yeah. How dare you insult me with that kind of a question? So I picked. I really want to get into that.
Yeah.
But I did pick. I went to shout out to Total Wine. who's not sponsoring this podcast.
But maybe next one they will.
I grabbed 3 random beers. So I actually had almost a completely different lineup that we're about to try. But right before I went to check out, and shout out again to Bad Dad, he was like, you guys got to check the dates on these cans because they'll just sit on the shelf.
True.
I almost, the lager. We'll go light to dark. Wow. The way God intended.
Yep.
Color last. And dude, I had some beers in my cart ready to go that had been sitting on the shelf for literally since maybe 6 months ago.
You're telling me you were trying to poison me. Is that what you're telling me?
That's exactly what I was trying to tell you. Okay. And then I had, a voice of reason.
Yeah, you're like,
in.
maybe I shouldn't do that.
So, which is so suspect. You're like, oh, these. So we got some tester guys
Those are
right
fancy.
there. Yeah. Shout out to Aftershock for these.
Yeah, thanks, Jim the Marble.
Yeah, Jim the Marble Miller.
That's a Mexican lager we're starting first.
So
shout out to the Mexicans.
And so this is interesting. I think this might be a trend. 19 ounces, not 16 ounces.
It does fit a little weird in the old mono.
Edge.
Yeah. So I noticed when I was, God, dude, when I go into Total Wine and
they know you there.
Well, no, it's just like, dude, I'll be in there forever.
Me too. I'm having the burps too.
I'll be in there for fucking forever. And it took me so long to pick these beers. But I noticed that there was a few that, because I tried to pick a little of everything. I didn't pick like 7 hazy or juicies or anything like that.
Like we did in the like pre-pod days.
Yeah. I love hazies and just drink all the fucking hazies. So I tried to grab a little of everything. But I did notice like a slight little trend of these like 19-ounce cans popping up.
Nice.
That's interesting.
So, anyway.
When you go in there, like, how do you? I like pretty things, so can art. Like I'm like, that's a cool.
I'm big on can art, but I gotta look. I also gotta look at like what we're.
Oh, hang on, let me read it real quick, Andrew.
Yeah.
This is the Taco Truck Lager from Dust Bowl Brewing Company, 4.7 ABV at a Turlock. All right, Andrew, you can take it since you're off to phase 1.
Yeah, this guy did the 75 hard.
Do what?
Yeah, the 70 hard, the 75.
Oh, yeah.
You want to talk, Andrew? I got your mic on.
We gotta
raise your hand.
Hi, guys.
Yeah. So I just finished that, so now I can have some brewskis with the boys and the ladies.
He's gonna. Thank you.
Yeah.
He's gonna be in. I'm offended that you.
all
I'm just
the-
kidding.
yeah,
I'm
all
totally
the-
kidding.
Boozing with the binaries.
I'm just kidding. I'm totally
Let me
kidding.
get that correctly.
Are you calling me a female?
How dare you
Oh,
assume my
God,
gender?
I'm so offended.
It's fucking over. This podcast is over.
Yep.
Chris is very gender neutral.
We're switching it to
Yeah.
boozing with the binaries.
Yeah.
From now on.
Yep.
From now on.
I think that's a smart
All right.
move.
Cheers.
Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
We gotta sniff, right?
humans. Oh yeah. See?
Okay, sniff.
Smells like
That's a Mexican lager if I ever had
smells
one.
like a lager. Oh, Chris is
Tastes-
going.
Tastes nice.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
I like how she's got the old hand in the old pocket.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's just like.
Yeah,
She's
well,
like,
she's
I'm drinking.
waiting for you to lean over. She's gonna pop you.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta be on the.
she's got a mace ready.
Mm-hmm.
That's tasty. You don't like
I'll
it?
pass.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us
Because
why.
I know why. Because he's like, well, I'm Mexican. If I like it and it's a Mexican lager, they're gonna think like I'm
Yeah.
favoring it.
It's
They're
like
getting that real. It's really.
we're culturally appropriating
Yes, we are.
right now.
Dude, one day that's gonna be a thing. Like you cannot drink
You can't have anything that's
Mexican
not.
beer. Like
Well, Americans are screwed because like we get everything from everybody else.
it's
You know?
true. Very true.
Very true.
We're just gonna be sitting there eating boiled chicken breasts. That's it.
Yes.
Boiled
Yeah.
bland.
Yeah,
From
nothing.
regenerative farms.
Yeah,
It's the only way we're
exactly.
gonna be able to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Victory Gardens.
So let's jump into, because you're like you said pre-pod, you're like jack of all trades, master
Yeah.
of none. So I
Mhm.
like to just jump in. One,
Yeah.
so you're Navy. We kind of touched on that a little bit.
Mhm.
How long you
Yeah.
been in?
I've been in almost 5 years.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's been fun. I will say, I respect the I'm always like in the military and I respect it, but I know you were in the Navy.
Right.
I went through boot camp and I was very disappointed.
Really?
I like prepared for it and was like ready, was like watching all these videos, was like running and doing push-ups and stuff. And I'm saying now the standards are like lowering big time.
Yeah, that's
It's,
what I
Especially
heard.
now too.
it's unfortunate. I'm a
Heard.
ACFL at my command and I have to deal with like the folks that don't pass the PRT, which is like a physical assessment.
Mhm.
And we have like 19-year-old boys who live next to the gym that can't do like 30 push-ups.
Yeah.
And it
that's a
bugs
problem.
me a lot. And like one time I failed this guy, and this like still irks me to this day. I don't want to get all serious and ominous, but I failed this dude because he was young and he, couldn't do any, like barely any push-ups. He had good form, but he did like 21.
Jeez.
And I failed the guy, and my fellow ACFLs were like, how many did you give him? And I was like, well, he did 21. Like, I can give like maybe 5, maybe. But like if I have to give you like 15 or 20, I'm going to fail you. And I'm not like a hard ass or anything like that, but that's a standard. I mean,
Yeah.
and they were like, that's fucked up. Like you should have, they were like ostracizing me because I failed this guy. And they were like, he had such good form. Like if he would have just had sloppy form like the rest of them, he would have passed. I was like, yeah, but I'm 26 at the time I was 26. And I was like, I can do more than him.
Yeah.
Like by a lot, and it was just annoying to me. So I hope that changes. But I will say I'm getting out because it was a lot different than I thought I was going to be.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It wasn't as hardcore. I think I joined the wrong branch.
Yeah, Navy's pretty chill.
It's like I was ready for like hardcore like military type stuff, and then I joined and did air traffic control. We're basically civilian, honestly. So
That's crazy.
I just hope that it changes because that makes me sad, because we're like the American military.
When I was getting out in 2006, it was taking a more corporate style approach. So I kind of got out a good time where it was a little, you can see that the changing of the guard, if you will. So it was pretty
a
neat.
lot of I clean houses on the side too, and this guy, this retired chief, no, he's a senior chief, I'm sorry, he was saying when he got out way back when, he said that they had just switched to the eval system, like the test.
Yes.
Like you advance in rank by just taking a test. Essentially, you have other points, but like you don't necessarily have to have leadership capability, and you just advance. And like there's other things that are factored, because I'm sure people are going to be like, message me, be like, there's other things that factor into it, and I get that. But like the Marines, it's more of a merit type thing and like what you've done. And the Navy, you'll see chiefs and senior chiefs who have you can vouch for it, who have like no real world like experience, and you have good ones too. But yeah, so it's been really amazing. It's been an amazing experience, but I'm definitely going to get out and go back to what I used to do. So
That's interesting.
Use the benefits. They're
Yeah.
awesome benefits.
yeah.
No shit.
And I didn't think I was going to, disability, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, I went and I was like, oh, it's air traffic control. I'm not going to have to do any of that. But actually I've had some things pop up, and so I'm going to bring it up at my checkout.
Oh yeah, make sure.
Yeah.
And make records of that.
Yeah.
And sadly, I don't think it will. Just the way we see how things are going,
Getting soft.
we're not
man.
getting tougher.
Everybody's getting soft.
Yeah.
So, but it makes like the blue collar workforce. I've since I was younger, I've been part of that group, and they're gonna carry the country. Like they already do, and like it's just gonna it's even worse now. Like vocational stuff, like welders and mechanics and stuff like that. That's gonna be who we're gonna having to like stand on, because nobody else knows how to do anything anymore,
It's crazy.
and it's sad.
It is sad. It is.
But yeah, I'm gonna get out, and I've been, like I said, 5 years air traffic control. I didn't even know what that was when I joined.
Yeah.
They were like,
How come you don't want to do it when you transition out?
it's an inside job. So like, I don't like sitting in a tower. It's pretty stressful.
Yeah.
At where I work, it's not too bad. I'm not gonna sit here and be Billy Badass, but it is pretty stressful. And once you transfer airfields, you have to relearn everything.
Right.
So, but it's definitely something I'm like proud that I did, because I didn't know my brain could do that. Like,
So I was actually hoping you'd dive in a little bit, if you would, on that,
Yeah,
Jog, because like
of
I know
course.
absolutely nothing when it comes to that.
yeah. So before, I was the same way before I joined, and I explain it to people like this: if you look up at the sky, imagine our freeway systems, but just up there.
That's crazy.
There's like speeds, there's but it's like it's 3-dimensional. So there's altitudes, and you add that in. We have a 360 VFR tower, so we're a master helicopter base, so we don't deal with a lot of the other traffic that Lindbergh has. Lindbergh, the San Diego International, is right behind us, and a lot of their stuff is automated. Like they just have planes, and you land a plane every however many minutes. But we get to play around with the helicopters, and they can do anything we want them to, and you just basically make sure they don't crash into each other, essentially.
Jesus.
Yeah. But the pilot helps you. You're not flying the aircraft. So
Yeah.
I've always said a lot of air traffic controllers are really pompous, and but I couldn't do what those pilots do. So I don't ever try to act like I know more than they do, unless they blatantly disregard something that I said. But yeah, it's A School was kind of interesting. There's a movie. Can anybody help me out here? There was a movie that it was like about testing, And then it was like, it's kind of like a thriller. And then the people would just like disappear after the test. It came out like 2 years ago, I think.
Top Gun. That's what it was.
No,
Just kidding.
wait, they filmed Top Gun 2 at my airfield.
What?
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
Okay.
But so our A school, we had like a test every week. And if you failed like a part of the test, most of the time, like they would do a DRB, you would just disappear. Like you wouldn't see that person ever again. And they got like re-rated into a different job. So like
swept them underneath.
I just was like slamming 5-hour energies and like A school and studying my ass off. But I'm so proud that it's a cool, like I like to be humble, but I'm very proud that I've like done it.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with, and I learned this recently. It's like when you're doing badass shit and you're being successful and you're doing it in your case, like a very stressful situation, there is nothing wrong with tooting your own horn, being proud of what you're doing. Absolutely not.
And it's so funny because I'll be up in Tower and it overlooks San Diego, and I'm a farm kid. Like I'm a farm kid to my core, and I'll just be up there, and it's still after 5 years, it feels surreal.
Especially North Island's beautiful.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful, and the sunsets and stuff.
I remember when we manned the rails and we came under Coronado Bridge, I'd get goosebumps. Yeah, it's so
and like the jets, the afterburner on the jets never gets old. I've seen hundreds of jets take off, and it never gets old.
It's wild.
And I still like take a moment. They like yell at me in Tower because like the sunset will be happening, and I'll be like, "Oh my God, it's so beautiful!" Like, shut up, Cabe, like because I'm always like super sentimental about stuff. But yeah, I never miss a moment to like reflect in Tower. I'm like, this is my life, dude.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
It's super important to do that.
Yeah,
no matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
We all get stuck, tunnel vision, staring down.
Yeah.
And it's I think whatever you're doing, it's really important to look up.
But I think it's important to also be humble enough to like learn, because like I will always say I'm an idiot, because I am an idiot. But I want to learn things. So like when you go into a situation,
you're on
like
this
that,
podcast, so clearly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally. I fit right in.
Hey, no laughing, Andrew.
I like to remain so humble that I allow space for new information, because if you go into things like knowing everything, people don't want to teach you. They don't want to show you.
Dude, that's literally the worst, is being around a know-it-all, or a person who, and when we were talking about like, being, proud and like being able to toot your own horn, it's like, but then right over on the other edge is the person who can't shut the fuck up about themselves.
Dude, you're
Same
like,
thing.
You're like, wow. Yeah. The way I like to say it is I like to continue to put myself in situations where I'm the small fish in the big pond. Yeah. I think that's important, to always be the small fish in the big pond, because you're never going to get anywhere if you're just like, oh, look at me. Like I know everything. So
Chris, man, just
dropping,
just killing it.
Oh yeah, just
North Carolina twang.
That wisdom.
That humility.
I feel like I'm on a porch swing right now.
Exactly.
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea. Fuck with me. I love that shit, dude.
My mama makes the best sweet tea, boys and girls.
Oh hell
no.
Yeah. I'm not gonna even try to compete.
No, my dad makes better sweet tea, but he puts like an entire bag of sugar in it. Just an entire, just dumps the whole like Dixie sugar.
I've got a ton of family in Texas. It's the same thing. God. And it comes in those like gallon jugs. Yeah. And you're like, I can literally see the granules of sugar just floating. Like, this is
good
not
for you.
Yeah.
It grows hair in your chest for sure. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but so a funny Southern story about boot camp. So they have this honor recruit thing now.
Yeah.
So I was up for the honor recruit, and I get like social anxiety so bad, especially I'm in my dress uniform. Like I'm like, I didn't even know, they didn't tell me why I was going up. I thought I was in trouble, and I was like, I didn't even do anything. So I get in there, and it's a room.
Said he was 18.
I know, right? It's a room full of senior chiefs, and it's like 5 a.m. in the morning, and I'd walked up there with my chief. I'd spent all night shining my boots beforehand, and they were still shitty. I'm terrible at shining my boots. And I was paying attention. You have to like do facing movements, and it's just walking. It's walk, and I forgot how to walk, of course, because So I messed up my facing movements, and I'm standing there at attention, and like they're breaking the ice, and they're asking what your favorite food is. well, my favorite food is a fried bologna and cheese sandwich with
Oh,
one slice of
what-
tomato
what
and one
the
slice of
fuck?
onion.
That is
and I
southern
said that.
as it comes.
I was like, fried bologna and cheese sandwich, one slice of tomato, one slice of onion, so you're cheap. And they were like,
Girl.
I heard somebody crack up behind me, and I like, what else?
Yeah.
And then I asked the girl, I was like, what questions they asked you? And she was going over answers, and they asked her favorite food. She's like, strawberries. And I'm like, that's a normal answer. Like, why didn't I just say that? I'm an idiot.
That's
But-
hilarious.
yeah.
Fried bologna and cheese.
You're like a donut and bologna
No.
sandwich with ice cream and gravy.
No, exactly. With sweet tea on the side.
Yeah, with a sweet
No,
tea.
but I'm not kidding y'all. If you haven't had a fried bologna, anybody listening, go get bologna. Go get
Just Oscar Mayer bologna.
Go get beef bologna. If you can get thick cut, get thick cut.
You might have to make this on your story.
I have before, and you
Alright.
have like a cheer wine or something in the background. Glass bottle has to be. So
Wait, when are you leaving? Because you might have to
November.
come.
I will.
Okay.
No, I will. I literally will make anybody that asks me to a fried bologna and cheese sandwich.
Down the hatch.
Yeah.
She comes back
It will
right before she
change
leaves.
your life. I'm not kidding. But one slice of tomato and one slice of onion and then a little mayonnaise. But it has to be Duke's. They don't sell Duke's out here.
No,
I
they don't.
think.
Dude,
Which
people go
is
bananas
basically-
over Dukes.
It's basically communist that they don't sell Duke's mayonnaise out here.
Oh.
But anyway, so yeah, it'll change. Oh, toast the bread. Little salt, little pepper. Game over, boys. It's so
fucking
good.
love
About to wrap this thing
Yeah.
up.
All right,
It's
we're
so
gonna go
good.
out to Stater Brothers
My-
real quick.
My dad and I used to wrap them up in wax paper and take them on fishing trips with us.
Wax paper. That's
Wax paper.
that's
Yeah,
badass.
yeah. And we used to bring like either glass bottle or frozen Cokes in our backpack. Because if we didn't catch any trout and we weren't able to cook them on the creek bank, like we would just have our fried bologna and cheese. And sometimes I'm like, I don't even want a damn trout. I want this bologna
Yeah.
and cheese sandwich. So how do we get on that topic?
I don't remember, but I fucking love that we're
Yeah.
there. We're in it.
I didn't talk till I was 6, and then after my mom went to me to the doctor, she was like, "Is anything wrong with her?" And he's like, "No, she'll start eventually." And then I never stopped talking after I turned 6.
Wait, you didn't speak a word till you're 6 years old?
No, they thought something was wrong with me.
Well,
I mean,
I
something
probably-
is wrong with me.
Yeah, I'm like, well, they weren't
I mean,
far off.
Yeah, exactly. But I never stopped talking after that.
Dude,
so,
that's
uh-huh.
bananas.
Mhm.
Fried bologna.
What
All
the
right.
hell were we talking about? The Navy.
I have no idea.
Oh,
what it is.
because that was your southern story where you
Oh, yeah.
thought you were getting in trouble,
Yep.
and
Mhm.
then you just decided to vomit out.
I
that you
was
were-
so mad at myself. I was like, why didn't you just say something normal, you idiot? But someone thought it was fine. I didn't win.
You didn't
So
win.
They didn't like my fried bologna and cheese sandwich.
They're lost.
What's going to be your go-to?
For food?
Yeah.
Ribeye. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah. Good call.
Oh, man.
So, man, a ribeye, medium.
Yeah. I mean, a ribeye. Really hard to beat a good ribeye.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I grew up with well done steaks, like too,
Ugh.
like chewy. Like, wait, oh my gosh, wait, my mom's not gonna listen to this. Never mind. Yeah, well done steaks. Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
You're like,
But-
just kidding. I really liked it a lot.
Actually, I think my dad would cook them like that. But then I had when I got to be in my late teens, I had like a medium steak, and it was like, oh, this is what it's supposed to taste like. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
This is how meat's
So-
supposed to be cooked.
But yeah, growing up in North Carolina, I moved out here, and after I joined the Navy, I realized that I was so lucky. Like, I was so lucky. I learned how to do so much stuff, and it's just normal. And
Yeah, you
people-
don't learn nothing over here.
No, and it makes me sad for people that I work with because, like, they look at me like I'm crazy when I go do my, like, camping stuff. They're like, aren't you scared? Or aren't you? I'm like, no, it's not a big deal, you know? And it just makes me really sad. It's dating out here when I was dating at first. It was like,
before I called it quits.
No more
God,
Cali boys.
it was so bad. Like, I was more manly than most
Yeah.
of the, and I'm like, I don't just like come in guns blazing. I'm not like chewing dip on, on the way in there, but
You gonna finish that beer,
I
boy?
was gonna ask, like, what's your can choice?
Exactly. Yeah, like that's one thing I've never done. I used to play softball with a girl who dipped for sure,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I've never tried.
So
to
I
dip.
played a little stint in Missouri
Mhm.
baseball, and we would always hang out with the softball players. Go figure.
Mhm.
And there was a girl there who was like little blonde, like 5'3".
It's always the little ones. It's
dude,
always the little ones.
And we were like, doing a little house party, dorm party, and somehow we get on the topic of chewing and like,
Uh-huh.
like who packs the the
Yeah.
fattest hogs.
Yeah.
And this girl swipes a can of like, I think it was Cope. What was it? I think it was Snuff.
Yeah.
And she just packs
Good old
this
Snuff.
absolute
Just
hammer.
packs it in there.
And everyone's like,
What the-
all the Cali guys were looking at each other like, that's fucking disgusting. And all the Midwest guys
Like,
are like,
yeah.
I think I'm in
Yeah,
love.
that's a thing. That's totally a thing. Like, I used to go to college with this girl. Her name was Kate, and she was this tiny little, like, just so tiny, and she was just a spitfire. And she, like, all the guys were in love with her. And then we'd be on like a field trip or something, and then she would pack a dip, and they'd be like, "Oh my god!" Like they're just like, "Just marry me already."
Yeah,
it was
and
so
like
funny.
and now you look back and like, that is so fucking foul.
I know it's
So fucking foul.
I have so many stories, and if
this
we
is
need
great.
to get back on topic, just tell me.
Dude, I'm
Because
just
it can.
going with the flow right now.
But talking about like Southern shit and dipping, so
Yeah.
that farm that I used to work at.
Finally, something I can talk about here. No,
So we were packing produce, and like it was our rule at the farm to you can't be dipping while you're packing produce because it would go.
Bullshit, commie
Just
bastard.
swallow it.
It would go to the
Gut
local
it.
grocery stores, and so my boss Joe.
Gutting, bro. Oh,
So yeah, I had a guy pass out on me one time.
from gutting.
Like I was in FFA, and we were all in the barn like doing like steer stuff, and he just passed straight out.
Ugh.
And they were like, "Oh yeah, he did his first dip today." Like it was like a normal occurrence. Anyways, so this guy I worked with, his name was Taylor. He was a young kid at the time. We were all in high school, and I was in charge of the gringos essentially. I was so he was dipping, and I was like, "Taylor, you can't be dipping right now." And he got all pissed at me. And anyways, he got to telling a story. This girl that he was dating, he found out she was cheating on him. And then you know those snus pouches?
Oh, those
Yeah.
are good. I like
He is. If you think I'm country, oh my God, this guy's like deliverance country.
Oh
So
my
like
God.
he
Like banjo playing in the
dude,
distance.
it's so bad. And I'm gonna try to do his accent.
Oh,
So
please do.
I'm gonna try.
I'm
So
excited.
he was like, one time I was dating this girl, and I found out she was cheating on me, and she didn't know I found out. So I put one of them snus pouches in my lip, and then I busted it in her mouth while I was kissing her. And I was like, yo, like you gotta chill. Like that's too much, man. Like that. I was like, everybody just kind of got quiet, went back to packing produce. We're like, okay, we're not gonna talk
That's
about
when you
that.
know you
Oh.
fucked up. Where
Yeah.
it's like, okay,
Yeah.
pretending that didn't happen. Dude, I had
Yeah.
a baseball coach who we'd call him the Walrus, and because he would pack not only the lowers, he would pack the uppers.
Holy
And so,
gosh.
like, if you can imagine, it's like looks like
Man's
that,
man
where
right
it's
there.
absolute. And whenever he'd come, and he was a coach that like would pop in and out, and whenever he hit the field, everyone was like, hide your fucking cans, because
Oh my God.
so he wouldn't use his fingers. And this is so fucking gross.
Ugh.
He would just stick his tongue.
No,
in
dude.
it
No,
and
that's
just,
rough.
And just form it.
That's
stuff
so
it up.
rough.
Dude, so gross. And then
That's-
another coach would tell this was when I was playing ball at Oxnard College,
Mhm.
and there's like the whole coaching staff was like old timers,
Mm-hmm.
and the pitching coach, his name was Duke, and dude, he'd
Oh my
walk
God.
around.
Duke's Maine.
Walk around with this gnarly limp, and you know it's like something from like being like in Vietnam or some
Uh-huh,
shit. He was like
mhm.
that guy. He's like
Mhm.
6'7" brick house.
Jeez.
And he was talking about one of his coaches. So I mean, God knows when
Oh, God.
what era
Yeah.
that was in.
Mhm.
But he said he would crush light bulbs and put it
he
in his
freaking
dip.
wouldn't.
So
He'd cut his
so it would
gums.
cut his gums
cut
and
his
lips
gums
more.
The nicotine.
So the
would get in.
nicotine would get in.
Jesus.
More. Yeah, dude.
Fuck.
Yep.
When you're fucking doing that,
yeah, you got like.
time to fucking
You
take
got
a step back.
Well,
stimulant
that goes
problems.
back to like they used to be tough as shit back
Yeah.
then. Like holy.
Some
Perfect
red-
example.
Yeah.
I used to fucking dip light bulbs, dude.
Oh my
Like
God.
what the fuck?
Who can say that?
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
some red man.
Yeah, dude. Pre-game ritual back in the day,
Mhm.
I would take sour apple bubble gum, wrap it with Red Man, and that's
Okay.
how I'd just have a big
No
old
way.
wad
That's
during
so
batting
funny.
practice, dude.
It's so and
It's
like
delicious.
you'll see a lot of people like with sunflower seeds and stuff. People at work do sunflower seeds too. But like on the ball field, there's just
Oh, yeah.
sunflower seeds everywhere.
I remember you like go to like tournament play and you go in the dugout and there's signs everywhere. No seeds, no
Yeah.
gum.
That's anti-American.
Yeah,
Yeah.
My first dip was in the Navy, actually. So it was
Really?
kinda,
How'd that go?
bad.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
'Cause it was
Did you
fun-
swallow it on accident or anything?
Yeah, because there was a guy from Texas that is born. He was my age, but he was like the experience of a 30-year-old, growing up on a farm
Yeah.
and hunting
Yeah.
in a deer lease.
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin Kelly,
Shout out.
shout out Big Kev. And it was on a fueling detail,
Mm-hmm.
so you have to watch the water balance. I can't remember how it went, but when you pump fuel in, you got to pump water out for the ballast and stuff.
Oh, dang. Sounds
so-
really exciting.
Yeah. So imagine watching water
Oh,
flow overboard and make
God.
sure there's no sheen in it. So you're just sitting there with headphones on for like 3 or
Yeah.
4 hours while everyone's leaving, and you're like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you're like, hey, buddy, like you make this look awesome, like
Yeah.
this dip thing looks great. Like,
Yeah.
let me try some.
Something to do.
Yeah. And I put it in and just, I went to go spit it out and it's just all on my teeth. And
Oh man,
it turned green. It was bad.
that's
Yeah.
rough.
My first dip was in high school on baseball, of course.
Yeah.
And the seniors, I'm
It's
a
a rite of
freshman.
passage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
it
you
is,
have to,
100%.
Yeah.
No, I remember doing soft toss and I threw a lip in and I just like slowly just tip over.
That's
It's
so
like, I don't fucking feel
yeah,
good.
yeah. On the FFA bus, like every week there'd be like one guy who puked.
I thought she was pulling out a can right now.
No,
Oh,
yeah.
Like imagine.
yeah.
She's like, you know what this can?
yeah.
Ah, fuck it. I don't need a spitter.
But there would be always somebody that puked, and like on buses, obviously,
Yeah,
that's just
yeah.
on, like that's just in there.
I
like,
know. You know what?
forever.
That's so funny you say that because I would pack dips in college. Like we're riding the bus back or the van back or whatever. And I'm like, everyone's packing dips. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do it too. Every goddamn time I get sick. And I'm like, why am I doing this to myself?
It doesn't make
trying.
sense. But it's like it's like a dude peer
Oh,
pressure
totally,
thing. Like dudes would do the stupidest shit because of peer
Stupidest
pressure.
shit.
It's so dumb. It's fun to watch them. I have two nephews and like they're getting older now. And their dad like does a really good job with them. But like I just can't wait for the stories, the stupid ass stories. Because you guys are like fearless. You try to act fearless.
so
and you
fucking
just do dumb shit.
My buddies were in the ship. They'd put their hand under the water heat, the waste heat boiler where the water's boiling hot. And
It never changes either.
and they're
Never
like
grow up.
putting tattoos of burnt water on
That's
themselves.
good.
Yeah.
That's,
I was like, I'll
that's
pass.
good.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, dude, I remember doing some shit with dry ice. And you're like, oh, we're going to fucking burn each other with dry ice. And if you flinch, you're a bitch.
yeah.
I was like in 7th grade.
I know.
Sign me up.
It's
Fucking so
ridiculous.
stupid.
But it honestly never changes. It's just like it gets
No.
more expensive.
Yeah.
If you notice, like
Yeah.
it just is more expensive stuff.
It's
So,
like,
yeah.
it's that meme where the girl's like, he's probably out cheating on me.
Exactly. And then like they're just like I saw a meme the other day where like the guys were just like beatboxing in their kitchen. One's like laying there and one's like pouring beer in his mouth while he's laying down. And I was like, I
That
totally do
meme's price. It can go
Oh,
so
yeah.
many ways.
Oh,
Yeah.
so many ways. He's
Yeah.
probably thinking of another
yeah.
girl.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Or the
amazing.
pillow one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's turned around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
You ready?
I
Yeah, another beer.
yes,
Let's do it.
yes.
Maybe this is a good segue for WTF.
Yeah. Let's do
Yeah?
it. Oh, I think I had that beer the other day. I like that the cream colored can.
Oh,
What brewery that is. I like that brewery. That's
the-
local, right?
I think I know what you're talking about.
What the heck is that?
This guy or no?
Sure.
We'll go
ju-
to Artifix.
There's a 9 pointer in there, so let's just make sure that one's last.
You,
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Definitely make sure that one's last.
Or second.
Artifix San Clemente. This is a American wheat with passion fruit. Ooh,
Yeah, so
Why
I'm not a
saying-
big wheat
Wheat.
guy.
Why are you saying wheat weird?
Yeah.
because of my skin.
Yeah, I'm not a big wheat guy, but the passion fruit kind of enticed me a little bit. So
Just
see what
kidding.
happens.
I like the can.
I don't like the can at all.
Here we go. WTF. Spencer's. I forced Spencer to remember how to do this segment since he's missed me three times. Anyways, here we go.
Not bitter. Not bitter.
I took a sip.
Oh,
I outed myself.
get out.
I outed
At least we know she's honest.
Yeah.
We'll sip.
All right.
We'll sip.
Well, here we go.
I'm
Cheers.
sorry.
Gotta get a little-
I'm so sorry.
Sniff. Oh, it's fruit smells.
I'm not gonna ruin it for you guys, but she fruity boys.
That's not bad at all, though. That's
I
almost
am not
IPA.
mad at that at all.
Mm.
All right, as you were.
All right, here we go. Fast and Furious scandal.
Oh,
Anyone heard of this
I'm
one?
intrigued.
Andrew?
Tell me more.
Vin Diesel. Hell of a guy.
Yeah. A federal operation dubbed Fast and Furious allowed weapons from the U.S. to pass into the hands of suspected gun smugglers so the arms could be traced to higher echelons of Mexican drug cartels. The Bureau of ATF and Explosives, which ran the operation, has lost track of hundreds of firearms, many of which have been linked to
Perfect.
crimes, including the fatal shooting of a Border Patrol agent. Things that make you go, So essentially, it was essentially a botched little experiment with giving guns to the fellas down south.
Our government would never do something like that.
Never. What are you talking about?
No.
That's weird.
So moving on, you do a bunch of cool shit.
I try.
You know, you're a badass. We get it.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Humble. Hashtag be
This is
humble.
good.
This is
Hashtag.
really fucking good.
Hashtag.
Hashtag. So we talked about kind of your upbringing, Navy experience. You're something that you do in your truck is our carpool karaoke.
Yeah.
Dude, killing the game.
I'm going to tell you how that started. Okay. So I went downtown with some work friends.
Your ovaries are huge. I would never do that.
Yeah, they're it's fantastic. I've been working on them, like doing ovary curls and stuff.
Ovary curls.
I can teach you how to do that if you want. So anyways, I went downtown, and I don't like going downtown, but they talked me into it. And I left, and I was just like depressed as shit. Like I was like, that was dumb. That was a waste of my time. Cause like you're just out with these people who like you can feel that they don't. They're searching for something, and you're just like they like suck your energy out. So I love Lenny Skinny. Like I love me some Leonard Skinner. You know.
Oh.
And it always makes me feel better. So I think I was on my way home, and I was like singing Leonard Skinner, and I just didn't care anymore. And I was like, I'm just gonna video myself singing this. And then people like responded well, and it made people happy. And then I kept doing it, and I love music. God, I love music. And I just kept doing it, and people love it. And it's like, I don't want to be like, oh, people love me. But like, it's just fun to bring it. First of all, it's not that serious. Come on. Yeah. Like social media, like it's gotten to the point where it's ridiculous.
It's very true.
It's so stupid. So it's just like,
Did you fill out your pronouns yet?
Yeah.
It's just, no, not yet.
Vaccinated.
I'm going to say just all the pronouns. I'm just going to, and then the vaccinated. I sent you that Miller thing the other day. It made me upset. Anyways, so it just is a way to like show people not to be so serious, and especially like girls on social media right now. I have nieces, and I like my friend's daughter too. Like I really care about her, and she's amazing. And I want to. That's the outdoor story I was going to tell you. Don't let me forget. But I want to
talking to the right guy. Bear trap, right here.
I want to show them to not take yourself so freaking seriously. Like whatever you like, just do it without question.
Well, it's really unfortunate because like the standard, like you're kind of alluding to right now for females, is just absolutely absurd for the most part.
It is. And then some people actually like, I don't usually tag the song, but I don't like do it on a schedule because I don't want to do like a schedule thing. Cause like I said, if routine scares the hell out of me, I don't like routine. So I just do it whenever I feel like it. And I love the military. I know, right? I think maybe that's probably why.
Yeah, there you go.
But it's just fun. I have a lot of fun with it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I love every time I've been playing Leonard Skinner, something's good happened to me. Like bars that I walk into that playing Leonard Skinner. My recent life-changing experience that I'll tell you about later was a Leonard Skinner thing. Like they're just I saw them in concert here. Well, not them because they're not all alive. Yeah. But yeah, I love doing it. And then my social media stuff. It's funny because you say like you're a badass, and I know I just don't ever feel like that. I just do stuff because I'm not good at anything. I just do it anyways. Yeah. You know. I just try a bunch of different shit. And
that's really important for people to hear that. I think because I struggle with that. I'm sure everybody struggles with that at some point where. Like they want to go try something, but like the hill just looks so overwhelming.
Yeah. And they see only experts doing it. Yeah. And that's why, again, what I was saying earlier, I go into everything being like, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. And then people are more willing to help you. Cause, if you don't do that, like if you don't ask questions, you're never going to know. So I just try to just do shit that scares the hell out of me. And every time I go camping, everybody thinks, actually people think that I just don't have a job and I just go camping. That's like, they're like, do you even work?
The beauty of Instagram.
I know. But I get pissed off before I go on camping trips. Like I don't want to go every time cause it's a lot of work, right?
It is.
But then I get out there and I love it. And people are like, how do you go so much? And I'm like, I have a full-time job. Just go on the weekends. And I don't like it until I'm out there. So just because you feel uncomfortable, do it anyways. Like people are like, oh, it's so easy for you. It's like, nope, it's not easy at all. So just fucking do it.
Yeah. Just fucking do it. Put that on a shirt.
Do it. Do it anyways is my motto.
There you go. Do it anyways. I like that.
What's the worst going to happen?
Yeah, exactly. If you throw enough shit against the wall, something's going to stick.
Dude, I'm sure she has so many great Southern sayings.
Oh, one-liners.
I can't take that. There's so many people back home that I'm like, I wish... You need to write a book. Just write a book of your euphemism.
Could we just do like a weekly Southern?
It's amazing.
That'd be so great.
Please make a segment now where you just look up Southern like euphemisms and just say like one or two every.
We have the equipment. We'll just call you live.
There you go.
Then you can just give us one. And
there you go.
Hang on, I'm trying to line the plane. All right, well, hang on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Your coordinates are, and so I was.
But then the plane thing though, I don't know why I just thought of this. Or same difference. We have all of them, but that's another thing is like I'm not that good at my job. Like I try to be, but that's another thing is like people I always claim to be an idiot, but you can still do things if you don't know 100% of what you're doing. People like I used to think that if I didn't know 100% of the topic, that I couldn't do it. Which anybody listening, that doesn't mean you can't do it.
Yeah.
You just got to try,
No way. I'm trying to get my
100%.
drone license, and that stuff is hard.
Yeah, there's a
God
lot. There's so many
damn.
rules. UAS ops are crazy.
I was like, oh shit.
And there's so many permits, and you have to re-up the permit in a different area every time. And
B zone and C zone.
yeah, it's crazy. I don't
Upside
even,
down.
Remember when there was
cupcake.
just a toy?
Yeah. Now if they see a drone, like we have to call a certain it's
Yeah.
a big deal. Like it's a huge deal if we see a drone now. But used to you could just do whatever.
Yeah.
You know. So
I remember hunting and out there, and you're like, "Am I about to be attacked by a swarm of bees, or is there a fucking drone
yeah, I
around
know
here?"
you can hear it. You're
And
like,
you look up, you're like, "God damn, it's a fucking drone,
yeah, exactly.
blowing up my spot."
I was at a truck meet maybe it was a couple weeks
Shout
ago.
out, truck meet.
Riggs and Brews.
Yeah.
My friend Michelle.
I actually
runs
want to go to that one because
Yeah.
I like, you and I have quite a few like mutual friends via Instagram, like in the like overlanding and truck
Yeah.
community, and like, yeah, I just need to get out there.
What we were talking about earlier about the names thing, I have so when I go to these truck meets, I like my group of friends, but like I go to support them because Michelle runs it and she's wonderful at it. She's amazing. But like I generally hate other people. Like I'm not like
Wow.
Wow, thanks for hanging out, Chris.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm here for the $1 million. In the case of
Yeah,
beer.
yeah.
No, but I don't do super well in like large crowds. I'm really bad. with
Andrew, you
that.
gotta leave.
Yeah, there's too many.
That's
One
funny
too
because when
many.
she said, she's like, "Yeah, I'll come on and I'll drink you whatever you have,
yeah, it was like I need all the beer. You know? So
whatever you have, just make sure it's cold."
yeah, exactly.
From the Navy and from North
Yeah.
Carolina, we're drinking.
Exactly. Fried bologna and cheese sandwiches. No, so we were at the truck meet and then like you hear a noise and there was a drone and they didn't have a permit for it. So like because you can't do it if you don't have a permit anymore. So they had to go tell the guy. I felt bad for him, but it's just like people don't understand that you cannot be doing that. And we
big
were right
deal.
by Miramar too.
Yeah.
So that could have gotten reported.
What about for like real estate photography?
I don't
If
know.
you're just like flying it right over the house,
I think it has to,
I actually kind of know that.
oh.
What do you got?
So if you're making money, you are supposed to
Yeah.
be like fully licensed.
Yeah.
So technically,
that's
for
some
real
bullshit.
estate
Hey.
photography, you need to have the full license.
wow.
But I'm sure that you could probably get away with it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean basically if you're making money, you gotta spend money to make money and like
Yeah.
nothing
No,
is
it's very true, and like
yeah.
we're like in the creative space now, so it's like, dude, you just gotta invest in yourself.
Yeah.
You know, at a certain point, you gotta
Mm-hmm.
like we were talking about how like I've got all this shout out Lightner Designs,
yeah.
but you're like I try to get by with all the cheapest shit.
Yeah, I do.
possible.
I don't want that on me. Don't
Yeah.
put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Like, I like to be the underdog. Like, I like to just be the dumbass that comes out there because
Yeah.
I grew up. We weren't poor at all, but like Coleman, like we didn't have anything. I mean, to this day, I fish in my logging boots. Like, I don't fish in like waders or anything like that. I spinner fish, like, and I can still succeed at that stuff. But then it became like part of my personality. I'm like, I don't want to upgrade.
That's
Like I want
hilarious.
shitty stuff and I want to make it work.
Yeah.
So-
You're like, here's $3,000. You're like, nah,
yeah,
dog.
no, thank
Nah,
you.
dog.
What do you
Yeah.
think about? I mean, for me too, getting into the barbecue industry, it was like the Traeger. Well, I want to say the pellet grills, and now it's like I want to cook with
He
fire
was
more.
about to shit all over
Yeah.
Traeger just now.
Yeah.
It was a big Traeger day.
He's like,
yesterday.
sure. I know. Yeah, I get it. Like, you want to get back to the basics.
Basics, yeah,
Mhm.
or just not even like the more primal, more fundamental way and
Yeah.
stuff. There's the beauty,
Yeah.
there's the art, like you said,
Yeah.
to the trucks.
Mhm.
It's fun. And you
Yeah.
come up with a big old Bronco that's just
yeah,
rumbling.
man.
Yeah, dude, can we talk about that? That's a
Can
recent
we
purchase,
talk
right?
About that?
He's
That's
like,
the reason I got about it. Is talking.
She's like, I'm about to pull this thing up
He's
again.
like, about
Wait,
fucking time
okay.
you
You
bring
got a
that
microphone
shit
for my.
I have a cool story. Okay, so
She's like, can we pause? You guys want to go check it out?
yeah, right. I just drive it in here. Okay, so air traffic control and Bronco combined. Okay, so I was at night shift. I talked to customs. We have a customs unit on our base, and I talked to the same people every single night. We've like over the air. You keep it professional. There's phraseology that you say. And he was on his way back. I cleared him to land. He's like, well, it was probably like 11:30, and I had just gotten the Bronco like 2 weeks prior, and he goes, hey, Tower, interrogative. And I was like, go ahead. And he goes, is that your Bronco in the parking lot? And I've never been more happy in my
Oh my
whole life. And
God.
I'm friends with them now. Like, I got to take a tour of their facility the other day. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's just like ask questions and talk to people, and you get opportunities that you'll never.
Very true.
Like, that Bronco has made me so many friends. And that was a stupid decision to get that Bronco. Like, I don't know jack shit about cars, but I'm learning. But, like, just do it anyways, you know? So, anyways, he was just like, is that your? So I made friends with him. They actually cut off my tailpipe for me. because I taxied them out and I was like, hey, you guys got a Dremel like over there? And they're like, yeah, we'll be over after we land. So yeah, I've made friends because of that Bronco. I love that thing,
That's so
dude.
cool. What year is it?
94, same as me. So I like that we were like, it was manufactured in 94 and I was born in 94.
You feel that bond together.
Yeah. It was meant to be. And you know, its name is Doc.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
Like Doc Holliday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got that sticker on the back that says "You're a daisy if you do," because I'm a huge Tombstone fan. Doc Holliday, the Val Kilmer one though.
Yes.
The Val Kilmer one.
Yeah, that's good. That's one of the best roles.
Yeah. So I don't know jack shit about vehicles, but I'm learning slowly. I have a team of people that's helping me. Like I'll just call people.
You just made
and
yourself
do,
sound like so legit.
But the
No.
I got a team.
No, because I have like I don't even know. I got some tools. I don't even know what they're called. Like I'm just like that one, like the round.
The one that goes.
Yeah, exactly.
The one that punches holes through shit.
And I kind of
a hammer.
I've talked to several people about maybe trying to document it. I don't have a TV, I don't have a computer, I don't have anything. So like documenting things is kind of hard for me. Like cuz my phone is cracked all to shit. I don't know if you saw it.
I saw that.
And I
saw
lost
that
my
masterpiece.
it's
still
super
called
glued. It's super glued.
Yeah, that's solid.
Well, I lost my other one that was in worse condition than desert last weekend when my tailpipe fell off. Anyways, so I want to document the process of learning because so many people weren't taught that. I was taught a lot of like farming stuff, but I wasn't taught automotive stuff.
But that year, 94 is like solid where you can pick, you don't, I believe there's no ECU on there. So you're good. There's no computer unit.
There's two. Well, there's two computers in it, but not like it's more simple than,
yes.
yeah. So,
yeah,
and then also they're interchangeable. The F-150 and F-250,
So you're
the
good.
parts are interchangeable.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't mess up this thing.
Good luck. You can't work on anything newer. I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
geez, you need a damn.
Yeah. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
So I like that I'm learning on that because it's like it's a machine, you know what I mean? And it's a
Machine.
it's a machine. So it's pretty simple, but God almighty, I've gotten myself every week there's something wrong with that thing. It's like the rear diff seal needed changing, and then I took it to a transfer case place and they messed it up, and the drive shaft recently, and then the tailpipe, and there's like a whole lot. The radio's just pulled out. There's just cords. I use a Bluetooth speaker on the hood, like the dash. Yeah, there's just cords just hanging there because I'm like I don't have the energy to get to that yet, but I love that thing. I wouldn't trade it. That's my dream car because my papa drove a Bronco.
There you go.
Yeah. So
I was gonna ask if this is your dream car. That's
my
interesting.
papa had a Bronco too, and I remember sitting and it was a Eddie Bauer edition.
Yeah.
And it was blue carpet, and then it had like the little change things in the middle where like like you depress it, and so I used to play with those, and ever since then I always wanted a Bronco, but I like the full size.
I just seen the new Bronco maybe 2 weeks ago, and it was tiny. It's almost like kind of like my Jeep. It's actually a little
Did you
smaller.
see a Bronco Sport or the Bronco?
What's the difference?
The Bronco Sport's the little guy. It looks like a the hamster car.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
okay, I got you.
Whatever.
Ford
What is
Flex or
that?
something like that.
Yeah, it's like a box. It's just like
I think I seen it. I was like, I was a little underimpressed.
I was
like, "Huh."
I'm very passionate about how disappointed I was in the new Bronco, but it's got so many cool features. But I want to hate it, like because it doesn't. It says on the website like classic lines. It's like bullshit. Like classic lines. It looks like a freaking Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was so disappointed. But it has a lot of cool shit on it. But
I will say, a Bronco like yours, dude.
There's no beating
it's
it,
beautiful.
man.
It's
There's
fucking
no beating
beautiful.
it. Like everybody loves those,
Yeah.
and I mean, you just look at it, and you're like, that's an American vehicle right
Americana.
there.
Like
Yeah.
like an old school Jeep Wrangler that has no fucking
Yeah,
doors on it.
yep.
It's just a roll cage
Just
around it.
classic.
I'm in.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
just
With
so
the
classic.
like the
the
cloth,
yeah,
like the Mexican
Yeah.
blanket
Yeah.
seat.
like the Aztec
Yeah.
print on it. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm all
And then
about
I
that
will
shit.
say that I'm pretty disappointed because, like, there's a Jeep Wave. You do the Jeep Wave like on the.
Oh, yeah.
I get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it. That's my.
There's not. I've seen other Bronco folks, and I've like just kind of like, hey, and they're like, fuck you. Like they don't say
Like,
anything.
bitch,
to
I
me.
don't know you.
I know, and I'm like, okay, because I'm like, oh, a Bronco. Like I see Broncos
Like
everywhere.
a Bronco buddy.
That's literally what I say. I said a Bronco buddy.
Oh my
But
God.
no
Let's make
one-
that a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Let's make that a thing.
Yeah.
Bronco buddies.
Yeah,
you heard it here
Bronco
first.
buddy.
Dude, the Jeep Wave
The
is
Bronco.
serious.
That's gonna be my
It is.
podcast, Bronco buddies.
Bronco buddies.
But
I like that.
podcast, bro.
We'll take 10% of everything. So
Exactly. Yeah, proprietary. So, but it disappointed me that they don't say anything. But I have a couple buddies who race their Bronco, and that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Is like I don't really want to rock crawl it. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive it cross country in November, so that should be
Nice.
fun.
Yeah.
That'll
I'll
take a
learn a
while.
lot because I watch Roadkill Garage, and they're just like they get these shitty ass cars from these what the hell is it called, junkyards,
Yeah.
and then they just like
Pick
just
apart.
like rig it up to barely drive, and then they go like race it somewhere.
Yep.
So it's basically going to be like a really low dollar like version of Roadkill Garage, me just cussing.
Which is your standard, right?
I will say, because you guys work on vehicles, I'm sure. Like
Mm.
I've never
bit.
understood. I would laugh at people that would get mad. I have wanted to throw things like across the whole world when I'm working on that Bronco. It makes me so fucking mad.
Yeah.
Love-hate relationship.
Yeah, it is. I was on the airfield because I keep it on base when I'm not driving it, and I was just trying to get some traction bars off, and the bolts were bent because whoever put them on before did it incorrectly.
Fucking jackass. Yeah.
And like I like at one point I like was underneath it and just like laid down completely and just started crying. Fuck this thing! I hate this thing. But
I didn't mean it. I love you.
Yeah,
The worst fucking decision of my
I know.
life.
It's just like, and then you go from like crying to like cussing it. Like, come on, you
Yeah.
motherfucker. You know, so it's
You go through all the different phases of emotion.
yeah, exactly.
And you come back around, you're like, okay,
It's literally
I
that.
apologize for what I said.
Yeah, exactly.
I was in the wrong.
That couldn't be more true. It's so funny, but I'm learning, and I'm so thankful for the people that I've approached with like questions, and they're so willing to help me.
You can
And
buy that book. I'm pretty sure.
I need to get the manual for
Manual,
it.
that's
Yeah.
sweet.
Manual.
Yeah.
YouTube
yeah.
manual?
Yeah. I'll just wing it. I'll be fine.
What is those clips of that guy? He's go to Home Depot and ask for help. Don't do that. Be a man. Have you seen those clips?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, there's some great fucking segments with that. Be a man.
It's tough.
You ready for a new one?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Saw me on standby, huh?
Yep, I saw you.
He's
Okay,
in the
so
position.
got your truck deal.
Yeah.
Word around town is you're super into probably the most random sport in the world, and that's timber
You
sports.
think it's random.
Okay,
You
well,
think.
break it down for us.
All right. So,
Hold on, before you break it down,
yeah.
beer.
The Joaquin Dead.
Yes, look at this. Look at this can art.
Oh.
Look at this can
Wait,
art.
I gotta see
Hopefully
it.
I said that right. Joaquin
Yes.
Dead. Mexican Red. Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, here we go.
Look at that can, dude. It's like all the different characters that
I'm
Joaquin Phoenix
excited.
has done. And
Oh, that's
That's a dark
red.
one.
Yeah.
She red,
Mhm.
boys and girls. Oh, sorry. Which one?
that one. There you go.
That one? How about?
There you go. Beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful.
Look at that thing.
Oh,
I saw that and I was
oh.
like, I got
really
it. And it was
like
Mexican
that.
red, so I was like, that's interesting.
That
Should've
is
been Mexican
cool as
brown.
hell. My first class's son's name Joaquin. He should drink this beer.
Shout out to all the Joaquins.
Yeah.
Listen.
Shout out to all the walks out there.
The walks. That's another thing is
The-
like
the Joaquins.
abbreviations now. Everything is
Oh my
abbreviated.
god. Our good friend Nicole, she recently had her first kid, 1 year old now.
Andrew wants to try.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. There you go. And she, instead of calling her kid Cutie, she calls him Q,
Okay.
and then it's QD, like she literally types out QD when she's talking about her own son.
I would not know how to like if I was texting that person. I would
Yeah.
like I don't know how.
I literally had to ask somebody like,
I would have asked
who's
her.
Q?
yeah.
Like, what the fuck are we talking
Q,
about here?
isn't that what? Is that a movie or something?
Q.
Uh,
John Q.
Anyways, it doesn't matter. But like, yeah, everything's abbreviated, and it's like, can you just say the whole word?
You know what's cool is your last name like flows in the name because that's all you're known by.
Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. I love
Yeah.
my last name. It's simple, it's short, but Cabe is like so easy.
Like your last name kind of fits like a first name
Yep.
in the military, but from mine it's like last name and everything. So
yeah.
Spencer's a little weird.
We had this guy at boot camp. His name I can't pronounce it, but my instructor used to call him Alphabet Soup because his last name was so long. He'd be like, "What do you got to say, Alphabet Soup?" And it was so funny.
Hey, alphabet.
Yeah, exactly. It was so funny.
I remember I got my ass handed to me one time. I was you had the little Smurf uniform,
Yeah.
the sweats.
Mm-hmm.
And I put my hoodie on. It was probably November in Great Lakes.
Mm-hmm.
I put my hoodie on and I kind of jump around like she
Did it again.
I'm kicked
She's
out,
true.
dude. I'm
Get her
so
the fuck
sorry.
outta here.
I'm so sorry.
She's like, "If I'm not-
I was
I'm not
enjoying.
talking, I'm drinking.
Yeah, exactly.
I put my hood on and I kind of like hopped around like it's a boxer. My
Get warm.
the LPO came out from the little office and came and chewed my ass. It was
Yeah, I'm sure.
bad news. He's like, "Oh, you
Yeah.
think you're a fucking boxer, huh?" I was
Yeah,
like,
you
"No,
think you're a tough guy.
no.
No.
Just messing
Yeah.
around, I guess."
I
Yeah.
think that culture is so fucking funny.
It's
dude.
hilarious when you're in it though, because like it's so hard not to laugh. Did you guys have to wear shit over your face outside because you were in there in the wintertime?
Well, just your nightcap, they call it.
We had to wear a fucking scarf over our face, like
fuck.
our and a ski mask. And then the middle of the ski mask would break, and like you'd just be like this, and you'd have to sew it back together with like one thread, and you look like a fucking idiot all the time. But I would get to laugh and stuff because they couldn't see your face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it is funny.
Dude,
It's hilarious.
I see those guys who are just like chewing people out. I'm like,
It's
bro,
just
do
funny.
you fucking really take
Yeah.
yourself?
No, but
that
it was awesome
serious?
because I was in a long time ago.
Mhm.
But I was in the older buildings, and they were like it was like old stinky gym,
Mhm.
and they say abandoned ship, and you push all the beds to the outside, and you start doing PT in the barracks where you sleep, or like where you sleep,
Make
and
it
they say,
rain.
make it rain. There you
Make
go.
it rain.
There
yeah.
has to be enough precipitation
Or
on
sweat.
the sweat or on the ceiling to
ceilings.
dripping down, making it rain.
Yeah, in your
before you
full
get stopped.
uniform.
Yeah,
Fuck.
But it's so.
and then you go to bed,
I don't
stinky as
want to
fuck.
like for me, like it was probably way different, but like it was kind. I took another sip and I hate myself.
Oh.
Can we
We're-
sniff
we're-
this shit and
we're-
then get
we're-
She
get
feels
after
like she's
it?
at the
Fuck
bar.
it.
She
Come
forgot
on.
she was podcast.
Come on.
Ugh.
What does that smell like?
I'm like,
Mildew.
oh, that is terrible.
It kind of smells like ferment. It's just fermented.
Yeah, it's
so.
just
I don't want anything to do with that.
how do they make this?
It tastes like rotten zucchini smells.
Rotten zucchinis.
Yeah.
It's all. It
Rotten zucchini
smells
is
like
rotten.
rotten bologna that's been out for a little too long.
Rotten zucchini is rough, y'all.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it is.
Anything
rotten
rotten.
potatoes.
Pretty much rotten.
I used to have to sort through rotten tomatoes and zucchini and potatoes at the farm, and like you would gag. There'd
Oh,
be like
yeah.
maggots and shit in that.
Oh, yeah.
God, it was
Oh, yeah.
rough. It was so bad.
Maggots are nasty.
Dude, maggots are fucking terrible. Before we talk about farm life, timber sports.
Farm life. Oh yeah, timber sports.
Dude, are you like 50 years old?
Yeah,
Dude,
dude, that's so funny you said that. 'Cause she's talking. I'm like, am I talking to a 75-year-old lady right
almighty.
So
now?
they make fun of me at work because they're like, "Is there anything you haven't done?" And
Yeah.
like, I'm not one of those. I didn't set out to be like that. It's just like the way it's gone, you know.
It's just the way God intended.
It's just the way God intended it.
Bless his heart.
People, okay, so timber sports. Before I forget.
Yeah.
So it was something. I'm always afraid of stuff that I do. I was terrified of the military. I was terrified of timber sports too. They came to a presentation because I went to school for fish and wildlife and
Wait.
forest management.
North Carolina. We got a lumberjack coming
That's
in
an
from.
international thing.
It's not a California thing.
It's
all right.
international,
I'm
and
sorry.
I can't wait to tell you a story that I have about it too.
I love it. I'm sorry.
So I was in school
I
for
digress.
fish and wildlife management. I don't regret it. And forest management technology. And we were sitting in our class, and they're like, the timber sports team is going to come in and talk to you about, like, and I was like, oh, this is cool. So they were up and like doing a slideshow about all the competitions, and I was like, holy shit, that looks cool. I want to be one of them.
my
But it
God.
looked terrifying because you swing an axe like your feet, you're running chainsaws, you're running like a big saw, you know, like we don't have hot saws, but. So I was terrified of it. Didn't do it the first year I was at Haywood. That's a college I went to. Second year, someone invited me down to practice because they'd practice down at the woodshed. It's practice.
I'm sorry.
Actually, the guy on my team was a national
Practice
champion.
making firewood.
He was the national. I hate all of y'all. So I don't
just
hate you.
dumb Cali
You're
boys.
fine.
I was watching some of this.
I know.
Thank
I
you.
watch it
I
on
watched it,
ESPN.
yeah.
So this is why I wanted to ask because
It's
I
hard
watch it
as
on
fuck.
ESPN and
It's
I'm
hard,
like,
dude.
I don't know what the fuck I'm looking
I've
at.
seen a guy chop his toe off before.
Fuck.
Like you wear chainmail socks. So because the events that I would do, I did axe throw and not these. I know you guys do the axe throwing out here, but like they need to actually do real axe throwing out here. I have a vendetta against the places out here.
Oh
'Cause,
my
like,
God.
It was a double bit axe that we used to throw, and it was like full size. And I did.
He's like, I'm doing that bitch ass shit
I, like,
you guys do.
all my girlfriends, like, because they're like, I have the off-roading girlfriends, and God, I love them so much. But like, they're like, you want to go
Shout
axe
out to
throwing?
the
And I'm
girls.
like, no, like, I don't want to go axe
Yeah,
throwing
yeah.
because I'm like, let me take y'all axe throwing. So, anyways, I did axe throw, I did chainsaw, and then I did the crosscut saw. It's Jack and Jill because like lumber Jill, that's what I was
Got
called.
it. hot.
And then
Get it.
Jill and Jill saw, and then I would do underhand cut, and that's my passion, like the underhand cut. I'm gonna do it in Missoula. I'm gonna start a team if they don't have one.
I can't
So
wait.
underhand cut is where you stand on. For females, it's a 10-inch in diameter log. For males, I think it's 12.
Spencer.
And oh my god! I thought you were asking something and it like caught up, and I was like, oh.
Oh my God.
So you cut footholds in it, and you stand. It's on a stand, and you stand on top of this round log, and then you cut it in half on one side, and then you flip and then cut it with an axe.
yeah.
So you're just like swinging between your feet the
Yeah.
whole time, and you cut lines like this. And I was terrified of that event, and I ended up like winning on my birthday in Pennsylvania in the snow with my parents there. It's the first competition they ever came to, and it was like the crowning moment of my whole entire life.
Drinking sweet tea, cheering you on.
Yeah, it was amazing. I remember like the adrenaline thing, like before the competition. Again, it was like I think it was my 22nd birthday. My coach was standing there in front of me, like telling me to keep my lines and like at the top of like the acts, like go all the way up, because when you're nervous, like you go like right here, but you have to get all and he was telling me all these things, and like the crowd was around and they were cheering, and like in movies, when like things go silent and you hear the ringing, I couldn't hear what he was saying. He was right here,
so zoned,
dude. It was I was terrified, but I won, and I remember my dad and my mom drove up from North Carolina to Pennsylvania, and I remember like I won. And then I went to I got to hug my parents right afterward. And it was like, and they have a picture of me hugging my mom and dad. And it was like hands down. And then there's like snow in the background. Just the best day of my whole life.
I gotta see that.
Yeah, it was cool. But yeah, so timber sports, it's intense. There's a lot of form. It's a lot of form, a lot of training. I wasn't like super athletic at that time in college because I gained a bunch of weight. But now I want to go back and I want to like give it a real try, And then Ben Nicely was a national champ at the time. And we went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. They had the Dolly Parton, like the lumberjack show. And a lot of the guys on our they do.
I love Dolly Parton.
I love that we're talking about this right
Dollywood, right?
Yeah.
Like so at Dollywood they have a lumberjack show, and it's like this commercialized. It's not like for competition, but they had the still, because Still Chainsaw sponsor. It's a coined still term.
Yeah.
You can't use the term timber sports unless it's under still.
Okay.
So they had the national qualifier, and they put our team got to like be there to just like help with things like procuring the wood and stuff and cleaning up the wood chips. And there was this guy, his name was Lawrence O'Toole. You guys know? Shut up. Do you guys know?
Fucking last name.
Do you guys know? Did any of y'all know who Lawrence O'Toole is?
No.
You're about to find out. All right. So I was put in charge.
You're about to learn.
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
gonna learn today. So I was in charge of not letting anybody backstage because the athletes were.
You had axe.
Yeah, right. The athletes were behind me, and they would they were prepping, they were getting all their gear ready, and then they would go out. So I was like in charge of not letting anybody back there, and so I heard somebody behind me, and they were like, they put the littlest one out here to like protect us, right? And I was like, haha, and so I talked, and this guy was like, do you chop? Because that's how you ask if people
Do you
timber
chop,
sports.
son?
Yeah, do you
chop?
Do you even chop, bro? No, so
Do you even chop?
Dude, another shirt we gotta make for you. Do you even chop, bro?
So he asked me if I chopped, and I was like, oh, like I kind of do. I'm just getting into it. I'm not that good. And I was like, do you chop? And he said, yeah, a little bit. He had an Australia shirt on, and he was there with his
trainer,
his athlete. He had an athlete there.
Oh,
so I didn't think anything of it. We discussed some things. He was trained up in Virginia, and then I go back to what I was doing. He leaves. My buddy Ben Nicely comes up to me. He's like, oh my God, you're talking to Lawrence. And I was like, yeah, he's a cool dude. And he's like, do you know who that was? And I said, mind you, I asked this man if he chopped.
Yeah.
7-time world champion. 7-time world champion. And I'm like, I didn't know who the fuck this guy was. And I'm like, oh my God.
It's like talking to Tom Brady. Oh, you play football? Oh,
that's
cool.
exactly what it's like. And I was mortified. And God bless him for being so like humble about it. He wasn't like, do I chop? He was just like, yeah, a little bit here and there.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, I was kind of mortified. But and then the axe story, when I was in charge of the females axe, because it has a smaller handle, and so I have to take it home with me because people would steal it. Because these axe heads are like $400. They're the banana cut axe heads, and they're huge and they're really expensive.
Damn.
So I would take the female axe home with me and just keep it for safekeeping. And one night, because I had got my first apartment, and I thought someone was breaking in, and I didn't have a firearm, so like I just get my axe, and I'm like creeping down the stairs, like, oh my God,
She's
like
breaking news: tiny female chops the fuck out of an intruder.
I was like,
disembodied.
Chops his dick off.
I was panicking because I was like, what do I do? Because it's crazy, right, to carry an axe downstairs. But I was like, I don't have anything else.
Yo,
so
I saw somebody break in,
I would leave. I'd be like, you can have it.
Just kidding, dude.
Yeah,
He's like, no, you're staying.
I was like, no, come back. Come on, play.
Come and play.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's a funny story. But timber sports was so much fun. We competed in Maryland and Pennsylvania. I turned 21 in Maryland, and we'd won the competition that day, and I got shit-faced. I was like moonshine and stuff.
Yes.
We wore suspenders sometimes, like for our demos. Yeah.
I'd be bummed out if you weren't.
You got some moonshine, right, Spencer?
Yeah, I got some
yeah,
moonshine
we
from
would
Tennessee.
do Haywood Lumberjacks was our suspenders. They were red. Yeah, it was. I had so much fun. We would compete against like colleges like NC State and Clemson and stuff like that, and Penn State was our arch nemesis, and we would beat them. We were good. We were a little tiny community college, and we were freaking good, and we produced a national champion. He went to Austria to compete, and he got like third.
Arnold.
Yeah, exactly.
So
they chop eucalyptus down there, so it's harder. That's why the Australians are better at timber sports.
Wow.
We chop pine.
look at that little
Pine,
inside
yeah.
scoop right there.
Yeah, so whenever you guys like have a
Wow.
conversation about timber sports, just shoot.
Like,
just
oh,
put
you
that
chop, but
Yeah,
it's a
exact-
eucalyptus.
Yeah,
bro?
yeah, exactly.
Fuck out of here.
Because it's harder, and
Oh,
so
you pine folks?
Yeah, you
Australians
fucking pine
come
ass
up-
pussy.
that's another shirt. That's another
There you
shirt.
go. We're killing
Yeah.
it tonight.
We
So
do
the-
palm trees here in SoCal.
That's why they're so good at it. But so many cool stories. Like I just remember so many times where I'm like, this is so redneck, but this is so amazing
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
I've seen people like, you know, I put a post about like PPE, like the chaps that we would have to wear with the chainsaw competition. And I've seen somebody like almost slice their freaking leg off. Like
Those chainsaw ripstop chaps are awesome. We
They
use it for
are.
work too.
They are. You like, and people are just like, oh, I don't need them. I'm like, I've seen what that can do to you. It's people don't think about it, but it'll happen in 1.5 seconds, and you can have done it 100 times before, and it'll happen so quick.
Oh.
So yeah, that's timber sports for you.
Yeah. I was gonna say, coming from a baseball background and a coaching background, I would always one of the cues I would always tell hitters is act like you're chopping wood when you swing your bat.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah,
like
you
it.
lead with your hands and let the barrel.
Yeah.
whip
Okay.
around.
Yeah.
you go.
That's smart.
No.
I remember I used to get some gnarly blisters at first. I still have calluses from. You actually get them right here.
Yep.
And on your thumb because that's where it hits when you go all the way down. But that's another thing I never thought I could do, and then I had so many people teach me, and it was so much fun. I'm gonna try to start a team at Missoula if they don't, like I said, if they don't already have one.
And that will be a segment in your Bronco Buddies.
Yeah,
podcast.
Bronco Buddies. Today we're featuring timber sports. But yeah, it's
Some
like
guy named Lawrence.
yeah. Do you even chop? I still think about that.
That's amazing.
We're friends on Facebook now, and like I contacted him later. I was like, I am so sorry. I feel so bad.
It's like that girl who
He
just
got inducted to the Hall of Fame over there. Like last week, he got inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Oh my god!
So,
Do
yeah.
you even chop?
I'm
bro?
glad I didn't know who he was though, because we had a good conversation. I probably would have been like
Oh, yeah,
freaked out
for
if I
sure.
didn't know.
there's
so.
that girl that turned Adam Sandler away from IHOP.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And then they reached out to each other, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. The guy didn't like somebody come behind her. She's like,
That
"The
was
fuck
Adam-
did you just
yeah.
do?"
Yeah. Oh my
What did you just
God.
do?
Yeah. That'd be pretty rough too.
Yeah.
Um.
I don't have any. It's funny, like, growing up in SoCal and like working in sports and stuff. It's like I've come, especially in private schools, like I come across some celebrities here and there, but I've never
Yeah.
had any like crazy experiences with
I saw the guy from Oh Brother Where Art Thou on the airport.
Clooney.
No, I can only remember his name from the movie. I don't know his actual. It was the guy who's who's yelling about the frog, like the guy who. You
Like I don't know.
I know who you're talking about. I couldn't-
What is
Yeah,
his
I don't know
name?
the guy's name.
I forget
Them
his name.
sirens.
Oh yeah, exactly that guy. I saw him in the airport, and like we made eye contact, and I was like, and then like he looked at me, and I was like, okay, I just didn't say anything. I just like passed him, and I called somebody. I was like, I think I just saw that guy from Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
That's hilarious.
And then I saw Scotty McCreery because I went to NC State for college for like a semester, and
Jeez, what have you not done?
that was
I
in,
know.
that was in 1962 though.
yeah, exactly.
I was born in 1984.
Well, he was really short. I passed him, and my mom was a big fan from American Idol, and I called mom. I was like, Scotty McCreery's really short, and she's like, oh, you saw him? Because it was like a known thing that
Yeah.
he went there, and he was like he was like a baseball player, I think, but he was wearing like big long gym shorts. It was just weird. I was like,
Yeah.
that's not what I thought you looked like.
Yeah.
It's
and
weird.
one shorts.
Disappointed.
Yeah, I was very disappointed.
Canceled.
So.
Absolutely.
But another thing I want to talk to you guys about that's really redneck. That's super
You
redneck.
tell us where this podcast is going.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
So just because like I know that it's not a thing out here. Have you guys ever heard of showing cattle?
Yeah. I have heard of this.
Have you heard
Spencer
of it?
shows his cattle to me all the
Yeah.
time.
Oh my God.
Hey-o.
So I didn't do it like a lot, but that's another thing I did is I showed a steer one time. And like it's a whole ass thing. You have to get these fucking steers ready for like you're selling them to slaughter them. But you have
So
to
fucked
you have to like brush you have to like brush my steer was named Laredo. I named him myself.
That's a great name.
Yeah, man, that song
Good old
is
Larry.
yeah, good old
Larry
Larry.
Laredo.
Yeah. So like you have to like get them ready before competition and like brush their fur up and like some people even paint their like steers like hooves and stuff like that with black
So
spray
sad.
paint.
You're like, I love
Yeah,
you, baby.
I know.
Look
It was
pretty.
so I cried the day that I had to take him to the
Fuck
slaughter
yeah,
trailer.
dude.
It was so
Man.
sad. So I wouldn't like usually you like use this prong to like put them in position in their arena, and I didn't like hitting my steer. He was a little guy. I would do alfalfa treats in my pocket and like lead him forward with alfalfa treats.
Filler.
Yeah, but then he got sold. Anyways, I got him ready. I spent like hours getting this freaking steer ready. North Carolina
Quit
stuff.
shitting on himself.
Yeah. Well, okay. So it's funny that you said that because at the time in high school, my ex-boyfriend's steer was beside him in the barn.
Shit all over him.
And it was taller than my steer.
Good shit on his
I
head.
came in the next day for the competition. He had shit all over him. Like all over, like just
just all night getting shit on.
Just
fuck
shit
your
on.
life.
Yeah. So
and then you get sold to get fucking slaughtered.
Yeah, I know. I remember the day that I
one
had
way to go out.
He got sold. You know, he obviously got sold, and I had to like lead him to the slaughter trailer. And then I had to lead this other steer who like drugged me across the barn. It was so bad. Like, why did they? I wasn't an animal person. Like, do I look like I know how to handle a freaking 2-ton steer? So, anyways, I sold him, and I sat in my car and cried for like an hour. It was so sad.
It's funny. Like, I'm a fisherman. I'm a hunter, and I still have a hard time with that.
You
kind
ever?
of stuff.
Have you ever when you're fishing, do you hook fish through the eyeball? That used to happen to me a lot.
No.
And I'd be like, I'm sorry. Like trying to get the hook
they say
out.
they can't feel it, but it's still
Whatever, dude. Like you gotta feel that. Come on.
That's what they say. But
yeah. Well, like they have like a short memory.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm the same way.
I feel worse if like you hook one and it breaks.
Yeah.
And it just
Their cheeks all ripped
they're
out.
Not gonna live very long with
that.
Well,
no, because the hooks, the way they make them now is they rust out.
Really?
Yeah, they
didn't know that.
way back when they made them out of a certain material and they wouldn't rust and they would in fact die. But that happened enough times where the hook material now will rust and
it'll
then just
eventually
go away.
break off.
So now
That's
you can
good.
feel better about
That's
yourself.
good. All right.
Yeah.
Now they're
Problem
flying.
solved.
Now they're rolling around with masks.
Yeah,
Stuck
exactly.
in masks on.
Or like the freaking 6-pack things or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Are you trying to buzz up for another beer? That was very disappointing. But I kind of knew it was going to go down that route, but the can art was just too good. Too good.
I actually don't mind it. I didn't mind it too bad.
I don't know what you're
I mean, it's a little fermenty.
I started liking it a little bit at the end.
I can't put my.
I'm not
I
a big
swear
red
to God,
guy.
I like
y'all
reds,
just
though.
go home and put a zucchini in the sun or something, and then just sniff it, and you'll be like, "Oh, she was right."
That should have been the bamboozled beans we had, rotten zucchini. So we
nasty.
did that a while
Did you do
ago.
that? Oh no!
And I had to face my biggest fear, and that was spoiled milk.
Ugh.
I
Oh,
had the spoiled
God.
milk jelly bean.
That's rough.
I almost threw up on air.
Yeah,
It was terrible.
that's pretty bad.
All right, here we go. Can number
4?
3, 4.
Quattro?
I'm Ron Burgundy.
17.
Booze Brothers Brewing Co. 1-800 Tropics Hazy IPA 6.7 ABV out of. Sure.
I was like, Booze Brothers. That's a great name for
Yeah.
your brewery, and the can art was pretty cool.
The liquor store by where I live has a lot of Booze Brothers beer, so I always try
okay.
it.
There you go.
Other stuff.
Hey, there's Chris. Yeah.
It's walking distance.
That's bad news.
Yeah.
We got it in and out literally 2 minutes
Oh,
from here.
no,
Bad
yeah.
news.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, very Sen Butter vibes. Love it. I'm into it.
Let's see if Chris.
Yeah.
She's gonna start drinking it.
Yeah. As soon as
Oh, it smells good.
I'm like doing pretty good so far.
you're
When I
doing
was listening
great.
to this, I thought that you guys like just were drinking the entire beer, and I was like, I'm gonna have to have a discussion with them. I can't if I'm 4 whole ass beers in, I'm not gonna be able to talk anymore. Because I literally thought now that I know this is like reassuring, you know.
That's when you say that. These are relatively new.
Oh really?
These
Thank
tasters
God.
are relatively
I'm
new.
so glad.
Yeah.
'cause
It
that's
was
a
bad.
lot of
Yeah, it was
beer.
bad.
Yeah,
We had a
that's
couple
rough.
come to Jesus moments.
Let's reevaluate.
Yeah.
That's a thing in the South. Come to Jesus.
Come to Jesus moment where I'm like,
that.
okay, I
Uh-huh.
can't be drinking 7 IPAs.
Yeah, that's
And
so
try to have a
rough.
conversation
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
put it out to
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, and you're like trying to. The worst thing is like when you're trying to act normal,
Yeah.
and you're like, I'm totally being normal, but like you also know that you're not at all.
No, that you
Yeah.
say that, but from Beer Fest,
Uh-huh.
when he goes into the bathroom and he's like, "How's it going, you sexy son of?" What he thinks he's saying. He's got like tomato dripping out of his mouth. He's like, one eye's looking that way. What you really actually look like. Yeah, that's
Have you seen
pretty
the
accurate.
mirror scene from? Speaking of mirror scenes from Wanderlust,
No,
what
no.
with Paul Rudd?
Mm-mm.
Okay, after
I
this,
do
y'all
not
gotta
like
look
Paul
it
Rudd.
up.
Okay. Well, we're looking
Well,
at
you
your
will
Bronco.
after that.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
this smells so
Guys,
tropical.
I didn't take a sip. Before.
job.
I'm
Cheers.
so
All
proud
right,
of
cheers.
myself.
You cheers yet?
Tropical
That's good, baby.
ASMR.
I
beer
could-
drinking.
Okay, here we are.
What?
So I was talking to Andrew about this earlier. I recently am one of those old motherfuckers who are on TikTok, and the ASMR TikTok scene.
Yeah.
I'm fucking in.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
I watch Reiki stuff now to go to sleep, like a weirdo, like the hand movements.
Oh,
I have to watch that.
I don't
to go
know
to
about.
sleep.
Wait,
I haven't
what?
gone down that rabbit hole
Yeah,
yet.
it's weird
fuck
because
are you
like
guys
night
talking
shift.
about?
Night shift is weird, man. And I've had to like resort to I've had to resort to everything. Like melatonin does not work anymore.
No.
So this chick, she does like her name. First of all, I got TikTok because of Jack Black. That's the only reason I got TikTok because he makes epic TikTok. Yeah, he's sick. So she does like these. First of all, she always has nice nails. And she does like hand movements with her hands, and like they're just very symmetrical.
You remember what her account name is?
Mystique Awakening.
Dude, I think I'm gonna follow her.
I went down.
She's
that
amazing.
Route,
It's so relaxing.
So what do you do? What is you're just watching them move her
Dude,
hands?
so like they have their
She
microphone
has a
right here, and they
Patreon.
just got this like crazy fucking like she'll have like,
it's like crystals and like sage and.
but
shit
she'll
like
make
that.
the noise, and
Yeah.
dude, So I was listening to one of them again, went down a fucking weird rabbit hole, and she had
As you do with TikTok.
Yeah, and it's like TikTok literally forces you to go down fucking rabbit holes.
Yeah, burp in the mic, Chris.
No, I'm a lady. I'm a southern lady.
My lady. She had bubble wrap around the mic with like this sticky substance on it, and she was just like doing this the whole time.
Fuck.
Dude, I like my eyes are just doing this.
I remember one day because I struggle with
So
anxiety
weird.
pretty bad because it just started with the Navy, which is so lame because I was like pretty chill before and I'm a psycho. So like I just
anthrax
remember
shot.
one day, oh God, let's not even talk about the freaking vaccine. So I just remember stumbling across her page and like it was immediate, like I was relaxed immediately and I was like, I'm sold. I don't care what this shit is, as long as it's not like satanic, then I'm on board. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Like
It goes that way sometimes.
yeah, it
Be
does.
careful.
It can. Yeah, that's for
But like
sure.
they'll have like wood and they're like tapping it and scratching it, and dude,
Yeah.
just the sound. I'm just like
Yeah.
I'm getting goosebumps
Yeah.
and it's weird, dude.
This is weird. I got it.
ASMR, dude.
We're
I
cultured. Very
again,
cultured.
again.
missing out.
I stumbled on it on
Yeah,
TikTok, and
TikTok's
then
so
I just
weird.
like it's so fucking weird.
I don't like the way that they can like pinpoint your
Yeah.
interests. I don't like that.
yeah, the
like,
algorithm.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
Dude, when I was-
I'm enjoying the videos I'm making, but it's hard to get real for me because I'm doing a bunch of. So what they say
As
with,
they say.
with TikTok is like you have to find a niche.
Yeah.
But like I hate that. Like
Yeah,
I
you
want to
too.
like I'm kind of all over
Yeah.
the place, right? So
Yeah.
I like to do.
You're talking to the
different things.
queen of all over the
Yeah,
place. I get it.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like it's hard to like.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of videos pop off, but like for the most part, it's like
Yeah.
not. It's
It's
tough.
hit or miss, and
Yeah.
like, and then another thing with Instagram, I was pretty into like posting.
Mhm.
It's like a time thing too. Like I saw it
Yes.
and figured that out. It's all.
Well,
in
dude,
the
I make a
time.
living off of fucking
Yeah,
doing.
I have much
Instagram.
respect. I can't figure out that TikTok shit. Not that the only thing I would do is like the carpool karaoke shit.
That'd be good.
But like I don't know how to use that damn app. I don't know how to do it. If I can't just press like record and then like it's too
Record, post.
complicated. It's way too complicated.
Speaking of weird, you know what's weird? I just realized this today too. I go to the gym, so I'm getting ready.
Mm-hmm.
I go to the gym. I plug my phone into my Jeep, and my navigation pops up going to the gym. Like,
I don't
Yes.
like that. I don't like that.
what the fuck?
I don't like
How do
that
you?
shit.
How?
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
when you leave, when I'm leaving work, it's like home.
Yep.
What
I
the
don't like
fuck?
It. I don't like it, man. And like you'll be
Sketch.
thinking some shit. You'll be thinking some
Yes,
stuff. And
just
it'll pop
thinking,
up.
just thinking.
And I'm like, this is a conspiracy.
Well, so they say like
fuck?
don't buy Alexa, like don't get an Alexa in your house because it's
No, my
listening to
parents do,
everything.
and I was like, no. And my
Yeah.
dad's like he's like borderline prepper, and I'm like, Dad, how could you?
Yeah.
How could you?
Yeah.
You know. So I don't like that shit. They listen.
But how did that shit know I
I
was going
sound
to
like
the
a
gym?
psycho. They're listening.
No, did you ever watch
But-
Black Mirror, that TV show?
Don't watch it.
No, I
I
don't.
fucking love it,
I don't watch TV, man.
dude.
I don't
Black
have
Mirror
TV.
is the
That's
craziest
good. Good for
show
you. I need to turn to you.
I've ever
Andrew, that's
watched in my life.
twice.
He broke the seal.
That's
Normally,
not-
Paul's
Party
the first
foul.
one.
I'm
Yeah.
doing good. I feel flying. We're at
I was kind
130.
of worried about that. I was like, oh no, I'm
We're
gonna have to
130
get
right now?
pee.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
yeah, it goes quick.
Damn,
Dude.
that's fast as hell.
I had as soon as you started talking, I'm like, fuck, this is gonna
I'm
be.
sorry.
No, in a good way, but like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
man, we're not gonna have to worry about time tonight.
Yeah, it's just funny because like people end up like I said, they kid me about all this shit, but it wasn't intentional. I'm not one of those people who like wants to one up people, but like I just if I want to do something, I just fucking do it.
Yeah, it's life is
Yeah.
short.
Yeah, it is. It's very short, and I like to learn. Like, oh, And then the other night, like you meet people. I swear to God, like the universe like sees you doing shit and they like hand you stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Big
So
brother.
I was in the desert the other night,
Jesus.
and there's this.
High on ayahuasca, and I was with these natives
Exactly. So I was.
My
getting
name-
a tattoo.
My name was Dancing with Wolves.
Oh my God!
The Civil War.
We passed this bar called the Lucky Lizard,
Where
and
the fuck were you?
in Ocotillo, somewhere in Ocotillo. And so stopped to play pool, and I walk in, they're playing Lenny Skinny. Come on, like,
Good things happen.
This is
He's
my
like,
bar.
it's gonna be a good night, Gator.
So I'm like,
Gator.
Gator. That's off of fucking what the other guys.
It's Tater.
Oh,
not
Tater.
Tater, yeah.
I call my friend back home Tater.
Of course you do.
So-
Of course you have a friend named
Yeah.
Tater.
Well, she calls me Farmer Cabe, and I call her Tater.
Oh, interesting.
Come on, Laredo.
Yeah, exactly. So I stopped in the Lucky Lizard, played some pool, and I ended up not playing pool because this old, dirty old man approached me at the bar, and we're talking, and then he's like, what are you doing all the way out here? And I just told him off-roading, and he's like, you'll never guess who's in this bar. And I was like, oh, gosh,
Toby
who's in this
Keith.
bar? It was John Wood, and nobody knows who John Wood is, but John Wood is a Ford transmission specialist. Like, a specialist, like has customers from Australia, has
All
customers
right.
from like internationally. Like he has a waiting list. So John Wood, he introduced me to John Wood, like Ford transmission specialist, you know, because I don't know jack shit about Ford transmissions. And I'm talking to him, and then like he was like, where were you when I was single? And I was like, oh God. But like he was respectful. Like he wasn't all cause like, you know, as a female, you learn how to like read the situation. Yeah. But he was super cool, and we got to talk. I learned so much in that like
Let's
hour.
talk transmission, boy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like you got a pretty transmission, boy.
Go to the parking lot, show you my transmission.
Because they found out I had the Bronco, because that's a big conversation piece. And so now I have John Wood in my contact list, and he's like, if you ever need anything, you just call me. And I was like, hell yes.
Wow.
I love that. Like, you just meet people, and you just
Yeah.
talk to people, and you're nice, and you're a female, and it works.
Well, it's funny because you kind of laughed at yourself. You're like, I fucking hate people, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, but like the right people.
Yes.
You know?
Well, I was gonna say, like with social media, like everybody in this room, we all at some point sent each other a DM over
Yeah.
Instagram. Paul sent dick pics.
Yeah.
But, I mean, clearly I was impressed. He's
yeah,
still
you're
here.
like,
He's
hey.
still here.
Yeah.
But no, really though, the power of social media, right? It can go
It's
two
real.
different ways, right?
It's a real
You can go
thing.
super, super dark,
Yeah.
or you could find really cool people and
Community.
then get more experience and knowledge and all that cool
Yeah.
stuff. And just, I again, I make my living off of like running Instagrams and figuring that shit out and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. But I just really think that we talk a lot about the negative stuff, but there's
There's so
some
many good
light
things.
there.
And I like the fact that you said the niche thing, because like when you put yourself in a niche, you really close yourself off from like just so many possibilities. I don't like, because when I was younger, I remember this very vividly.
Is this 1947?
Yes,
or
33 actually.
Oh, okay.
So my
World
middle school
War.
basketball coach asked me, I came out of the locker room because I played basketball in middle school, and I had my work boots with me, and she was like, Kristen, what are you? And like, I was like, what are you talking? I was like, what? You know, I was young. I was in middle school. And she was like, you don't belong to any certain group. And I was like, and it stuck with me to this day. Cause like, why do you have to belong to any certain group? First of all, why the fuck would you say that to middle school?
Yeah, that's
like,
pretty fucked up.
yeah. But like, it stuck with me to this day. And I agree. Like, I don't like belonging to any certain group, you know?
That's good. Be
Yeah.
different.
And I think, again, talking to this 97-year-old woman over here with a lot of knowledge.
I love it, dude.
It's true, though, because we've had a lot of topics that it's like, dude, people need to hear that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, they don't need to feel like they have
Yeah.
to belong in a certain group and
Yeah.
do certain things and
Yeah.
find their niche and whatnot. It's like
Yeah.
my Instagram page started as a hunting page.
Yep.
And I'm
Now
like,
it's feet.
And it's just, you just go with whatever you
now
want
I've
to
got
do.
an OnlyFans for feet. No.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yep. Yep.
No, but seriously, like it
For
started.
fingernails. OnlyFans for fingernails.
Exactly. You know, I stick my feet into like potatoes
Yeah.
and stuff.
You want to do ASMR feet?
Yeah, dude, I'm in, dude.
That's a market out there.
But really though, like I see a lot of people who just stay in this one lane, and I'm like, dude, there's so many other things that you could be sharing and
Yeah.
doing, and or they may be doing it, but they're not sharing it. And like,
Yeah.
might as well.
Well, and then like while we're on that topic, I really wanted to bring up my friend's daughter, Ryan. She's an off-roading friend of mine. One of my best friends. Her little girl named Ireland. So we talk a lot
Great
about
name.
the negative. Yeah, right.
Great fucking name.
It's a strong name. There's a lot of negative that we talk about, and like we talked about earlier, people don't know how to do things anymore. But there's like these people that are they're holding the line basically.
Yeah, hold the line, yeah.
So Ireland is 7 years old, and I'll show you pictures later. She just won her. She had an uphill climb race in Utah. She's 7. She's a little girl. She's the sweetest. She's the sweetest little girl you've ever met in your whole life, and she's a badass. And like, when I get discouraged about shit that I'm doing and I'm like, people don't care, I'm like, it doesn't matter if they care. Like, little girls are going to see people do it. Like, Jessie Combs is another. I don't know if you guys know about Jessie Combs, but she just like held the torch for females to keep doing shit that's like unconventional. She's the fastest woman on earth, Guinness World Record.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How dare you.
Yeah, how dare you? She actually, I posted a video about her and someone was like, no one gives a fuck. And she's actually passed away during that record. And I was like, she's dead, bro. And they were like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I was like, yeah, I fuck her.
Yeah.
So anyways, Ireland won the first uphill climb that she had, she face planted off her bike. She was 6. And then she had 2 of them in Utah and she just won them. It was like yesterday. And so that alone, I don't care if anybody likes my photos. I don't give a shit. I don't care if anybody likes my carpool karaoke. But like, if a little girl sees my shit and it's like, you know what, maybe I can do that too. It's worth it, man. Because that's the future. Like, that's the future of shit. 100%. It's just like one difference like that. Yeah. So we can focus on the negative all day long, but if you live your truth and keep doing your shit, someone's gonna notice and they're gonna be inspired by it and just keep doing it. You
Absolutely.
know? Another one.
Yeah, another one. I stole it from. We always say that.
We're gonna stick here to San Diego.
I like that.
Yeah. Dude, the can. I love that those color schemes they got going on.
Pastels.
I might paint the Bronco like that. Just kidding.
Dude, do it.
I would never. Black's my favorite color.
All right, youngster.
Well, and Dog Holiday too. Come on, like, it has to be black.
I get you.
Never ending haze. I'm feeling
the Never Ending Story.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Good reference.
I am 97.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
Movies.
The thing was the dog thing was creepy though.
Yeah. The flying dog thing.
The flying dog. Do you know what we're talking about? Yeah. Yeah, he was a little creepy.
He was all right. All right, here we go.
I am 36. I'm right there.
Yeah, true.
How old are you?
27.
27.
I mean, 97.
Yeah, 97. I was like, that doesn't match up.
This is weird. It's a Stone Hazy IPA, but it's only 4%.
This blew my mind.
They're usually higher, right? Stone's usually higher. Yeah.
Well, just not even Stone, but like a hazy
I haven't heard of that one yet.
A hosey.
Do you guys,
a hosey. A hosey.
How many?
Let me tell you about these hoses.
I'm rubbing off on you.
Yeah, you are. It's funny because whenever I go to Texas to see family, dude, I am a fucking Texan.
Hell yes.
Within 24 hours, I've got the twang. I've got. Yeah. Like, you go down to Billy.
Yeah.
You
turn left at the oak tree, and then you turn right at the In and Out. And
you see that big rock with all the graffiti over there? Turn right. Hook a left to the oak tree.
Dude, I bought some Wranglers yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
Some Wild Pants.
Didn't you talk shit about Wranglers on one of these episodes?
I always talk. It's for Spencer.
I did it. Yeah. Anything I do, he's got to talk shit about.
Wait, can we talk about Filson? Y'all know Filson the brand?
Fuck, dude. Yeah.
Wait a second, though. It's contrary to the popular opinion right now. Filson. I was around when Filson's first started their shit and like their timber cruising. Let's smell and taste that. So.
Dude, I'm really sad you're leaving.
Yeah, I know. Like,
she would be a great third mic.
Yeah.
I am just all over the place.
You need your own podcast,
dude.
I don't know, man.
We are gonna make sure Bronco Buddies becomes a thing.
Yeah.
You're gonna start the Bronco.
Yeah.
Oh.
I want to record that sound for the beginning of it.
Burp Buddies. All right, here we go.
Bronco
Sniff.
Burp Buddies.
Yep, smells like a hazy.
Yep.
Very light. Wow.
There's no bite whatsoever.
Mild hazy.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, again, it's 4%,
Yeah.
which blew my mind.
Which is crazy for Stone. Usually like 7, right?
Well,
at least.
So again, it really just comes down to like the actual kind of beer, not like the brewery itself,
True.
but like
wow,
because
knowledge.
Stone will
teach me.
throw all this kind of different beers and shit out there, but a hazy typically you're looking at like at least 6, 7, usually like a 7.75 is pretty much a hazy.
I think Stone just did that. They're like, we can throw a 4% hazy out.
They needed something.
Well, why are you
gonna
do that? Because we're Stone.
Because we're $1 billion.
Yeah.
I like the way you said $1 billion.
Billion.
But I will say this isn't gonna knock your socks off. You could probably have a couple of these, but the taste is very smooth.
Very hazy.
Nice. I like it.
It's hazy, but like there's no bite at the end.
Yeah.
I guess that's the alcohol you'd normally taste, right, on a hazy.
Yeah.
So
I'm usually
fuck
like
this beer.
fuck this thing. I'm usually like I drink trashy ass beer. Like I don't go as far as like Busch Light, but like I'll hammer some damn Coors.
Dude, let's talk about
Yeah,
that. Like
yeah.
like actual light beers.
What's
Like
on sale?
yeah, like what?
Yeah.
Because we did. So again, we had our shout out our friend Brett Ian, who is a Natty Light affiliate.
Natty.
And
Natty
we like
daddy.
went through this list of like actually like the highest grossing I think it was of like all like your like Coors Light,
Yeah.
Bud Light,
Yeah.
Busch Light,
Dude.
like all those guys.
Millie.
Yeah, Miller. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I used to drink so much Miller Light
Yeah.
back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But what's your go to for light beer?
Usually Millie.
Really?
Usually, but then Coors Lights, it tastes like watered down piss, but like I still drink it. But my go-to just for like not like, I mean it's name brand, but like Coors Banquet is my camping beer. Like Yellow Bellies, that's my thing.
I
Oh, yeah, I think
love
I've
the
seen that on
banquet
yours.
beer.
Yeah, I do
love
too.
it.
I
What
do
do you,
too.
is that what you drink when you go back home?
When I go back home, I don't even drink that much when I go back home. I really don't.
I'm a Southern belle.
I go to brew. Yeah, I'm like in church and shit when I go back home. But like when I go back home, it's breweries generally. But here, Coors Banquet. I like Miller. I like the Miller branding because they used to have the racing team. You know, Rusty Wallace. And I like have recently. What?
So, I mean, it's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's cool.
and I recently got into like. I found a Rusty Wallace thrifted Miller draft sweater online,
Nice.
and I got into it. And this company actually just collabed with Miller and did it. They brought up the old racing thing, so I bought like 3 shirts from them. And so, but then they did that fucking post about the vaccine, and I was like, "Come on, Miller, you're killing me."
Everybody's doing
God.
the virtue signaling
Well, it's
vaccine
just like-
bullshit.
Oh,
I mean-
the Navy has the eagle with the mask on. It's
Oh fuck!
I
off.
don't even.
I
Yeah.
can't when companies
No.
are doing that.
And
I can't do
I
it.
hate to even bring it up because it's like such a hot topic, you know, and everybody's just sick to death of it. But like, just do whatever. And like, if you're selling beer, just sell fucking beer,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
that's your job. But whatever.
No,
Anyways,
no, it's true, and
Yeah.
we talk about this kind of shit all the time, where it's like, and this
Yeah.
is what Potty Mouth is all about. You come on, you speak your mind, and if you don't agree with it,
yeah, that's
cool,
okay.
that's fine.
Which is another thing is like I'm okay with. I like to disagree with people because I might learn something.
yeah.
But I
No,
don't.
it's conversation. That's what
Yeah.
Spencer and I started this for.
Yeah.
We,
Yeah.
And we started
Yeah.
in fucking pandemic.
we literally
Yeah.
started,
Yeah.
dude. If you go down to episode 1,
Don't do it.
we're like, so there's
Yeah.
a thing called COVID-19. Like, it's like such a
That's
slap in
so
the dick. It's
funny.
like here we are, like a year and almost a
Yeah.
half
Yeah.
later or something.
I remember when COVID first started, I was living with a pregnant chick, and she's one of my good friends, and she grew up really wealthy.
Was this in like a TP? in
Yeah, it
somewhere?
definitely was. It for sure
Africa.
was. Yeah, it was. But like I was like kind of prepping. I had a go bag like ready,
Yeah.
and like she was like heavily pregnant, and she had like nothing ready. And we lived in a rough neighborhood, and I was
Yeah.
like, hey, listen. If this happens, if we get
National
robbed,
City.
you grab this. It was in Spring. It was in Spring Valley,
Oh,
and
fuck.
on like the drug street. Like we had a drug dealer right across from us.
Every Navy person lives in Spring Valley.
Oh my God. And I was like, listen, if shit goes down, go to this room, grab this bag, meet me here. And she was like, what? And I had, because I had like jugs of water around the house, like
Yeah.
just like filled up with like
Back
jugs.
there, I've got like probably 15, 25 gallons.
She was like making fun of me because like that's how I grew up. That's like we had extra shit on hand all the time. And she was like, what is your deal? But I was like, listen, if something happens, like we got to be ready. So I gave her instructions, like if
Yeah.
cause she had no clue. What are you laughing about?
Like your criteria of being a roommate. We got to go through this scenario.
Yeah, exactly.
Fire, burglar,
Exactly.
go bag.
Dude, I love the videos of people actually doing training where like
Oh my
they just
God,
like
yeah.
they'll like disappear and then they come in their house and like pretend they're a burglar and see how like their family responds.
I want to do that.
and then he gets shot.
I would 100% get shot by my family for sure.
Paintballs.
But okay, I want to talk about Filson though. We talked about
Okay,
Oh, there
yes,
you go.
bring it back.
Okay,
Move
so
it quick.
Where are we at?
hear me out.
140. I'll get 145. We'll start.
We got to do the
Okay.
the poll thing, right?
Yes.
So I'll be quick. So when I first started
That's what
calling
Spencer
Filson, it was like all wool stuff and like like the oiled cloth.
Yeah.
And it was like for loggers and people that just got out there and worked. And now I try to order a female's timber cruising jacket, because like for timber, when you cruise timber, you have like your diameter tape and you have a Biltmore stick and all of these tools that you have to keep on.
No, go ahead.
You gotta learn just like keep talking while he's giggling.
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that. He does
okay.
it a lot.
So you have to keep all these tools on you. So the timber cruising jacket is all wool and it has, but they don't make it anymore. And like they're gaining traction. However, the integrity of the brand is going down, and it's becoming more of a hipster thing, and it breaks my
100%.
heart.
It's kind of like Carhartt, right? You know?
Yeah, it breaks my heart in half. And like one of my this guy I grew up with, his brother is a photographer for Filson, and he gets some killer shots. Like they're amazing. But I'm just so sad that it's becoming like the working class is going down so much that these brands that are based on the working class are having to degrade their own brand to stay open.
Very, very
and
true.
it makes me so sad. And I'm just hoping, like I said, hold the line earlier. I hope the people, like the working force, is because like one of the jackets like $300, but it's a lifetime warranty and it'll last you your whole life, and it's tough as hell.
Yep.
But yeah, it just makes me. I don't know how to put an end to that or how to like slow that down. But I'm sure you guys have seen certain brands. That you said Carhartt that have kind of sold their soul a little bit to stay open.
Well, just like hipsters taking over.
Well, I used to get fun of for wearing Carhartt overalls, and now it's like a trend. And I'm like, what the fuck? Where were you
Like,
guys when I was in middle
motherfuckers,
school?
that's started.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a trendsetter.
Influencer before there was.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we'll get to that last guy. That can art. Talk about can art right there.
All right, great job on this one,
There's a
Spencer.
chainsaw on it.
Yeah, there you go. This is
I'm not
the
gonna lie, there was
Hell yeah.
was some correlation
Good.
there.
I'm so glad.
his cuteness will cut you to pieces, bunny with a chainsaw. I'm guessing that's the title of the
I
beer.
will cut you to pieces.
Double dry hopped hazy IPA, 8.2 hitter, paperback, and we're gonna get to this. Brewed with love in California from Glendale
With love.
with lovers. All right, here we go.
That's cool. I really like that. I like the can art a lot.
Here you go, Andrew. You
That's
got
sick.
it. How'd I do?
There she is.
All right.
There she is.
Dude, look at this. This
The amount of technology.
contraption.
What the hell? I've literally been wondering that the whole damn
So
time.
you like, we'll do this next time, or we can do this afterwards. You pop it on, and you literally just shotgun the beer.
Oh, no way.
Turn around, beer comes flying through.
No shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start collecting different ways of drinking beer, and we're gonna see what happens.
That's so funny. On today's episode.
On today's episode
That's
of
so funny.
on our journey to blackout tonight.
That's so funny.
Follow me on my
Where's
blackout
the red?
adventures.
You know, like the red construction helmet with like the straws coming down.
the OG
Yeah.
beer helmet.
Yep.
All right.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
Fuck.
Woo, we
Jeez.
made it.
All right.
So we're gonna
made
roll
it.
through that.
Okay. All right. So, this is our chainsaw bunny.
Yeah, last one.
Yes.
Here we go.
My favorite.
Just because
Clearly.
had to get the chainsaw in for our girlfriend.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Ready?
Because this is definitely the first time we've tasted
Oh,
this.
yeah.
That's good.
Paul.
That's the first time having it.
This
That's
is good.
Yum.
And
Like the Ovaltine commercial.
Yeah.
Ovaltine.
So good. Eating a fucking shit sandwich.
Oh
they
my
never believe my
God.
audio works now.
That's
Oh
so
my
fun. No
gosh, dude.
way.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
All right. We are going to wrap this up. Chris, we could
Stopped.
literally do this for
Yes.
a million hours. You're a great guest, but we've
Thank
got to give the people what they
What
need.
they want.
All right. Would you rather?
Oh,
All right.
Jesus.
So, my bad. I should have did this a full 24 hours ahead of time, but I did it the day of. I'm so sorry. But first question. A. Find out the universe was created a couple days ago and all your memories and knowledge are fake. B. Find out you're in a coma right now and the text and message you're getting is from a doctor using advanced technology to wake you up. A or B?
B.
B?
A.
Hey.
Huh.
You just wish everything was fucking fake.
I was so alive.
I just wish everything was a lie.
It's all been a lie, thank
I'm
God.
going with B.
I'm
B?
gonna go with B as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a pretty brutal
It's like a vacation.
yeah, but I'm saying A would be a pretty brutal slap in
Yeah.
the face.
For me, that's like taking away my entire existence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sweet tea on the porch
Oh,
never
come on.
fucking existed.
Yeah, it's like, what?
Don't take away my sweet tea.
your
I
Bronco
I wouldn't
never
know-
fucking
I wouldn't know what to
existed.
do with
You were
myself.
driving a hybrid.
Yeah.
Oh, she gagged.
I gagged.
Bronco hybrid.
All right. Number 2.
Dose.
A. would you rather poop every time you orgasm?
Spencer, you type the question. Say them right.
Okay. B, have 5% chance that every time, or
Wait,
5% chance that you will have a Tourette's outbreak every conversation you ever had.
Oh wait, there was a 5%.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
B, because that happens already.
Tourette's,
Basically, yeah.
Paul, you got to zone it back in. I can tell you're like still in space land.
Yeah,
You're
We're good.
freaking out over the technology.
I'm good. Tourette's. Give me Tourette's.
Perfectionist, the
Tourette's.
perfectionist. in
Yes,
us.
it is.
I'm going to go with A.
All right.
It's almost happened before.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah, that was a good one. That's for sure. You know you're doing it right.
I forgot. Question 1. B, 76%.
Oh, yeah, you forgot.
Oh, there you go.
The second
win.
question right
We
here.
got weird followers.
B,
Yeah.
Weird faithful.
89%.
B89. Okay.
Yeah, so the 5%
All right.
would take the chance.
Yep.
Okay. A, number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather be the smartest person? This one kind of threw me through a loop a little
Mm-hmm.
bit. Would you rather be the smartest person in the world? B, would you rather be the dumbest person in the world? In both scenarios, you have the same level of intelligence you have right now.
Because it's already happening.
Yeah.
Literally always
Yeah.
the dumbest person there. Yeah.
But you think that, but then we
Yeah.
look at like current times right now. You're like, this is no way fucking real life right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. B still though.
This was very close.
I'm living in a simulation already. So
Yeah.
no, I'm just kidding. We're going B. I don't care how
B?
smart I am. I just live my life.
Yeah.
We can tell you don't
Andrew,
care
what
how
do you got?
smart you are.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I joined the Navy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
You guys are super smart.
the Navy people chose me. Yeah.
Andrew?
Yeah, B because
B?
I can always learn more.
A.
Man.
Winner.
Sometimes
Just
I feel
be
like
different.
I feel like
be
sometimes I
different.
feel like I'm A.
Okay.
The things that are happening right
We
now.
all knew that a little though, Spencer.
How dare you?
Just kidding.
54% said B. Would rather be the
Okay.
dumbest.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was kind of close. 54,
Yeah.
that's a little
Yeah.
close.
All right. Would you rather get $1 every time you complimented a stranger,
Okay.
or B, would you rather get $10 every time you insulted a stranger in the meanest way possible?
A, for sure. Yeah.
A?
I do that already.
I compliment people a lot.
Yeah.
I try. It's so hard for a guy to
It
compliment
is because they'd
people.
be taken wrong.
It's super
Yeah.
wrong.
They're like, excuse you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, what?
Especially if you
Yeah.
compliment a woman now.
Oh, God bless America. I'm never mean to a guy that hits on me because it took courage. If he's respectful, it took courage. You know what I mean? So, anyways, what about you?
Oh.
Back to you, Paul.
Back to you.
I tried to compliment. I actually had a weird run-in. I got rear-ended in my other car yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was fucking weird. Like the dude called me a whiner because I looked at my car, hit my bumper. Yeah, and he wasn't driving. Anyways, triggered. Yeah,
I'm
it was
just thinking, like,
triggered.
for someone to call, like, what a whiner.
Yeah, I got out-
I hit
I
your
got out-
car. You're such a whiner.
Yeah, he's like, where did I hit it? I was like, my bumper. Like, you folded it, and the paint is cracked now. Like it was an accident. It was a bender. It was a fender bender.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, his wife's like, he's like, imagine being married to him. And I was like, dude, like, go to your car before I knock you.
Yeah.
I said, I'm gonna knock you out. You don't shut up.
Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got me.
He literally just called you a whiner.
He called me a whiner. Yeah, it was, and
Yeah.
I was fine. I was fine. I was calm. I was like, you okay? Like, I'm okay. Like, it's
What a loser.
no big deal.
Well, it's like first thing,
What
like
a
when you do
loser.
something wrong, you can tell a lot by somebody's
Yep.
true colors.
Yep.
When they do something wrong, what's
Mhm.
the first thing they do? Accept blame or
Yeah.
point the finger?
If they point the finger.
well, he was like,
it's
where's it?
okay.
At? Like, where's it at? Like,
So he was
He'll
one
be
of the
the
guys
whiner
who's
later.
just like,
yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be the
Yeah.
whiner
He's like,
later
you're such a
when the
whiner.
insurance company's gonna come after him. So, yeah.
And so he took a picture of my license plate and took a picture of me, and I gave him a thumbs up. And I said,
Way
"You
to
guys have
go.
a good day." I said, "Your husband's a fucking dick." Anyways,
Good.
Anyways, so yeah, I still want to compliment. I like being.
So disregard the entire story. I just
No, it was fine. I would have been fine. Like, you hit my car. Like, it was.
Yeah.
What happened was, I was making a right.
I was really hammered. It was 11 o'clock in the morning.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
I was making a right, and a fire truck came. So I stopped in my, like, a quarter way into my right turn, and she thought I went, and she rear-ended me. It tapped me,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
there was no.
That's what brakes are made for,
Yeah,
lady.
physical. Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens. Accident. Everything was
It's
fine.
so funny that was his, like, you're a whiner. whiner.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
there's so many better
I-
insults.
You're about to be fucking toothless.
he wouldn't have chosen B because he can't insult people in the meanest way possible because he chose whiner. So we know what that got.
I literally said nothing. I got out, and by that time I got out and looked at my car, I went to my phone to get my information, and he's like, "You're a fucking whiner." I was like, "Dude,"
You should have slow clapped him. Just like
Yeah.
I was like,
slow
"Bro," and you can just feel like I was fine. You can just feel the
Yeah.
and then I was like, "Dude, you need to step away because
Yeah.
you're pissing me off, and it's not gonna be."
You
With
told me
those
he had pretty
tattoos
hair.
and that brown skin, I would never say that.
You should have told him he had pretty hair. Like complimented. You got
Yeah,
a $1.
didn't you say
$1.
that to her? She's pretty
Yeah,
hair. You got-
exactly. That's a number one. Yep.
I know. I wish
Smell good?
I was wittier. I would have said something better, but it was.
You're like
rage.
driving away. And you're like, I wish I would have said
It was,
that.
I was fine. I was
the
fine.
worst.
Yeah.
Dude, so like
felt bad for
I
his mom.
honestly have such a hard time responding in those situations because I usually just go to fucking 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I literally will memorize things to say in
Yeah.
those situations. I'll be
Yeah.
driving like, if he says this, you gotta say
That's
that.
so funny.
Dude,
You have,
I
a
hate
list.
to say
You have,
that.
like tattoos on your arm with like comebacks.
Momentum.
Yeah, he's
If you get an accident,
Well,
say this.
exactly.
I don't agree with you,
Yeah.
fuck stick.
Yeah, exactly. I can come back. I'm really witty unless it's my brother, and then my brother has
Yeah.
like this Jedi power on me,
Yeah.
and I'm like, well, you're stupid. Like I don't know what to say. I'm like, okay,
Well,
so well, exactly. It's like I'm smart, Jeremy. I know I'm
Yeah.
smart, but like around you, I'm not smart.
Fuck you. I'm
Yeah,
smart,
exactly.
man. I'm telling mom.
Yeah, exactly. I don't
That's
call him a
funny.
whiner though. That guy's insult game is like
Yeah,
wheat
dude,
sauce.
Yeah.
wheat
Come
sauce,
on,
absolutely.
guy.
So,
A, I think I said.
85% said A.
85.
I think it's very interesting that there's a 15%
What
that
a
say
nice
they rather
world.
say the
I
meanest
kind of want to
shit
be friends
possible.
with those people.
Which one, the 15 or the
Yeah,
85?
the 15.
Yeah. I think we can all guess. You and I could definitely guess a couple of the people who were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marty was definitely in there. Shout out to
Oh my
Marty.
god,
Mount
he's
Marty.
I love his stories.
Marty, yeah,
His
he's
stories are
great.
so awesome.
He's great.
Marty and Lexus, awesome
Mhm.
couple.
Yeah, they're
Be-
fucking
best couple in the
fantastic.
world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so would you rather say "ahoy, matey" when
Say
you
it
got
with the-
aroused?
Yeah.
B, would you rather say "shiver me timbers" every time you
Oh
orgasm?
my god, I saw this today and I was like, I don't even because they're the same. They're not different. Like they're the same kind of thing. I think ahoy matey because it's just funny.
Yeah.
It's just so fun. Like 'cause you could be in any scenario and just be
Yeah.
like ahoy matey. You know?
You see it walk by like "ahoy, matey."
Ahoy matey. Like I made
Dude,
this. You know
I would
what? That's my
die.
new thing. That's my new thing.
Dude, there you
That's,
go.
from
Right
now
here.
on, like bars across San Diego, they're like reports show that it's like
Ahoy.
sexually harassed
Ahoy
somebody.
matey to many
And they said ahoy matey
Yeah,
previous.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you've
I would
started
like her
something.
arrested.
Yeah, exactly.
Like some guy just stands next to you at a bar. Ahoy,
Ahoy
matey.
matey.
You're in the Navy.
What
though,
a
so
good
that's
com-
perfect.
Right?
Dude.
What a good
Yeah.
conversation
Like,
starter.
oh, sorry, it was a Navy
Like, sorry,
thing.
it's just PTSD. Yeah, exactly.
And then you just got
Tourette.
away.
It's the Tourette's.
It's Tourette's. Yeah, it's the answer to my other question.
So, 59% said actually B. They'd rather
Lame.
say shimmer.
You guys are
shiver me timbers.
lame.
I know.
Be a little bit
Shiver
Now that we
me
talked about it, I'm like,
timbers.
dude, ahoy, matey, one hundo.
Oh yeah, because like it's non-committal. Because like you can just like if they don't like you, they can just
Committal.
go away. Like, but Shiver Me Timbers, like you're committed at that
You're
point.
stuck.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I would say you're pretty
And then,
committed
and then
at
you're
that
like,
point.
and then you're like, oh god, what did
Yeah.
I do? You know what I mean?
Shiver me
so
timbers.
ahoy matey is the one for
Yeah,
sure.
I-
I think
I
people need to
agree.
give that more thought. I challenge you viewers
Yeah.
to give that more
I
thought.
challenge you 59%ers.
Exactly.
How dare you?
Yep. Okay.
All right. Would you rather have to listen to your least? This is a good one for you.
Oh
okay?
god.
Would you rather listen,
music
or
one.
would you rather have to listen to your least favorite music for the rest of your life, or B, have to say
you 100 you
from,
that's
yeah
me.
from Crank
I
that's
will
Soulja
say-
Boy.
I will say you all day long every
I
day.
already say that, so this
Yeah.
is an easy one for me. B.
you.
Yeah, you. And there's
Yeah.
plenty of good music out there.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember in college, I was a kinesiology major, and we
Oh,
had
shit.
to do
Shout out.
that
Shout out
fucking
college.
song
Shout out college. Shout
to
out
a
college song.
goddamn dance to a middle schools because we had to do that.
Yeah.
Dude, if there's video footage of it, I would like to see it because you know what suicide looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
I was ready, dude. I'm like, just fucking
Oh my god.
take me out to the barn.
That's so funny.
I
Fucking-
wish
Whose
you.
idea was that?
Yeah. Step away that ledge. Dude,
I
that song was in my head. I'm like, just do it. Just jump. It's fine. You won't be missed. It's fine.
want to know whose idea that was.
What? Which one?
The Soldier Boy dance.
Oh,
at
God.
The, yeah.
They made millions.
It's funny. We talk a lot of shit about like mumble rappers, right? Because it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Lil Jon.
Fucking terrible. We grew up with like Tupac and fucking all those fucking
actual
legends,
rappers,
like,
yeah.
actual like
Wow.
lyricists.
Rap game. Snap.
But then we say that there was Soldier Boy. We're
I
like,
know.
well,
I
fuck.
know. I know. I remember my middle school dance. There was like this middle school heavily pregnant woman or child dancing to like the Soldier Boy stuff, just like her belly about to fall out of her
She was
dress.
in middle school?
Middle school,
No.
8th grade dance. 8th grade dance, like all the Usher shit that was out and like Soldier Boy and stuff like that was my middle school.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Good old North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina, you marry your cousin. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Hopefully the baby wasn't from the cousin.
Yeah.
All right. 80% said you.
Yeah, for
exactly.
sure.
All right. Would you flip a coin if heads meant this one fucking threw me through a loop? I would say this one probably got the most DMs.
Okay.
I would say.
The organism.
No. We already did that one.
Okay.
How dare you? Would you flip a coin if heads meant you instantly received 10 billion with a B,
Okay.
$billion dollars,
Mm-hmm.
and tails meant you die within the next 24 hours?
Would you? Is the answer? Hell
Well, so
yes.
would you take the essentially it's a yes or no question?
Yes.
Would you do it?
1,000% yes.
Really?
Yep.
You would.
I'm
be
not
like-
afraid of death. I'm not afraid because I've lived so much of my life already.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you're 98. We get
Yeah,
it.
I'm 99 actually, Spencer. God, show some respect. Yeah, but like,
I was giving you the benefit of the doubt.
I'm
You,
not-
you look good for 98.
thank you so much.
She's like Benjamin Button. That's
Collagen. No.
Botox.
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually just a plastic bag. But no, not yes, I would do that for sure.
No, but yes, I would do that.
No, but yes.
No, but yes.
No.
I saw
It's a Canadian
some
thing.
kind of,
Eh?
some kind of video,
Minnesota.
and they were talking about terms in California, where it's like yes but no means
Yes, but no. No, but yes.
yeah,
Yes,
no
but
but yes means yeah, but like yeah but no means
That's
no.
so
Like it's
So
That's
confused.
so true.
it is true though.
The answer is yes from me
Okay, what do you got?
Yeah.
You would risk it.
for the biscuit.
You would
Yes.
risk it for the biscuit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Heads,
Yeah.
you're a billionaire. Tails, you're gonna die within 24
Sure.
hours.
Why not?
Wow.
Yeah, brother.
Okay. Hopefully your family doesn't listen to this.
No, you wouldn't do it. Andrew, you wouldn't do it.
No, I would
You
not.
wouldn't?
I
That's
wouldn't.
a
I wouldn't do
no.
it
I
either.
like-
Well, yeah, because you guys. I mean, because like you
'Cause you guys
got
are lame.
other
I got-
humans
I love my
depending
life.
on you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
Which is awkward because Paul also does as well.
But I got good life insurance, so they're fine either way.
Oh, true. That's a good
True.
point.
Good point.
That's
Good
a
point.
good
I'm worth
point.
more
Yeah.
dead than I am alive. Okay.
That's selfless.
Most people are.
Wow,
It's
Paul's so
just weird.
selfless.
I
He's
know.
selfless.
What a guy.
What a selfless answer.
What a guy.
Wow,
try.
that's
Yeah.
amazing.
I'm a giver.
Yeah. What can I say?
All right. Would you rather add 50 years to your lifespan and become a ghost forever, or B, reduce your lifespan but continually be reincarnated?
Reincarnation for the win.
Yeah, reincarnated would be cool as fuck.
Yeah, it'd be neat. What if
You
you got
think?
reincarnated? It's like a freaking, I don't even know.
Oh shoot! Yeah, you didn't mention that. Yeah.
What?
You could be reincarnated in whatever you want, depending
Yeah.
on your.
But
beliefs.
you don't get to choose.
Yeah. Oh damn! I didn't think-
Reincarnation though, because like, what? Wait, would you have the knowledge from your previous life?
No.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
I don't wanna do it all
These
over
are
again.
all
That's a game
caveats
changer.
that-
Nope.
Ghost.
Answers are locked in.
Yeah.
No.
I
Casper.
switched to ghost now.
Well, before even saying
Forever
that, I was
cursed.
gonna say A. I would
Okay.
100% love to be a ghost.
Dude,
and
you
just
could fuck with people so
Oh,
hard. Yeah.
How terrible is
Yeah,
like that's where
yeah,
a brain goes.
Yeah,
where,
I
like,
know.
we just get to fuck with people. the
Yeah,
entire time.
dude, it totally could.
Like a bunch of like little kids are like Ouija board, do this. You just take the Ouija board, slam it
Yeah,
against the wall.
exactly. Yeah.
Done.
But now that I know the knowledge thing, A for sure.
A for sure.
Yeah.
A's around,
Sure.
dude. B said 55% said B,
Winners.
Damn.
and that's
Unpopular opinion is what
I
we
know.
share, folks.
dude. Like I said, Chris, you could be sitting here for 7 hours.
It's been so much fun. It's
Dude.
been so much fun.
I know you're leaving, but we need to get you in here during summer.
Yeah.
This was awesome.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I was nervous coming on
know
because I,
you were.
told you my social ability is like a troll.
Yeah,
But I've had a lot of fun. I thank you guys for having me on. I
Oh,
really
dude.
Thanks for
appreciate
coming
it.
on.
dude.
Yeah.
Pleasure is all on this side of the
Yeah.
table. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Paul, you want to take us home?
Yeah, follow the main man at Spencer Kirksey Official, the dancing bear, if you will, with his American was built on beard shirt. I like that.
Shout out the beer club.
Your beard's looking crispy. And you got the flow.
Teach me your ways.
The flow's coming back.
Yeah.
Follow the main man, the cameraman at Got Your Vibes. Thank you, Andrew. Follow myself at the Elephant Instinct. Follow us on Instagram, Potty Mouth Podcast. If you're listening to this podcast, please share it, subscribe, send it to someone who's not listening already. Kris, thank you for coming on. Let the people know where they can find you.
Oh yeah, I will do.
Where they can find you.
Oh shit! I thought you said let the people know where
we'll
they can find us.
do. It was like a really dramatic pause.
Kris Cabe is my Instagram.
Your TikTok?
That's pretty much. No, I don't post anything on TikTok. I told you, I'm bare
OnlyFans,
minimum. Yeah,
anything else you
not,
want to promote?
Not yet. Not yet.
ASMR.
Yeah, just Kris Cabe on Instagram, and I post dumb shit all the time. So
Dude, you're
just tune
fucking
in.
awesome,
Thanks
dude.
so much.
All right, y'all. Thanks, y'all. And big husses. We'll see y'all next time. Deuces.
Wrong song. This gets better.
Hilarious.
Oh my god.